archive team, letting them know we're getting into the game. I'm going to tab over to this screen for the first time in a long time, and we are going to get back into, Waterdeep. Where is my stuff? So, when last we left our heroes, some stuff was happening. Some good stuff, some bad stuff, and all things in between. Lawrence Parnassus has been captured by an errant archmage by the name of Manshoon and held as ransom for the KnightLites in exchange for an object that they are already looking for, the Stone of Galore. The KnightLites and their various friends and allies have been trying to solve the mystery of the Vault of Dragons, of which the Stone of Galore is a large part. Now, interestingly, Manshoon does not seem interested in the Vault of Dragons, and as such is looking for the Stone of Galore for unnamed reasons. Vajra Safar, the current Blackstaff, Archmage of Waterdeep, and leader of Force Grey, of whom our wizard, Pierce of Laveril, is part, has decided not to play Manshoon's ransom game and is plotting in the background to defeat the errant warlock once and for all. She hopes.
Wait, he's a warlock?
I mean, he's a dark mage, and I needed an adjective. What do you want?
Snark, mainly.
Fair enough. While all of that is happening, Rockham is off hunting to clear his head for some stuff that's happening. He's going to have some stuff to talk about when he gets back, that's for sure. And Connie has been trying to... What exactly were you doing last time? I forget.
I was trying to get in touch with Trench and then Rainier.
Yes.
But then neither of them showed up, so I went back to the Bookworm's treasure.
Right. As in your disguise as...
Yes.
As I believe your name was Cinder? Cinder the Fire Ganassi?
Yeah.
And while all of that was happening, Brayden Coy the Sneaky Boy was looking for his girlfriend and was only able to find her long after the appointed meeting time because she fell off a roof. No, not really. A giant stone lid fell on her, which is arguably worse. She's fine, mostly. Got a bum leg. Connie can fix that up. But she's being carried through town. So, my question is... Where are we starting? Are we starting with Cinder and Salcom in the Bookworm Treasure? Because I believe that's where Salcom was last time. Are we starting with Brayden arriving after hours? Or are we starting with...
Pierce and the House of Inspired Hands.
I was going to say Pierce and the House of Inspired Hands. That sounds like a good choice to me. Do I have, like, music for the House of Inspired Hands? I don't think I do, which is a failing on my part. Let me just double check and make sure that I don't have...
You don't have any music for, like, religious areas?
Oh, I do. I just don't have specifically clockwork music, which is... Like, I have...
Oh, yeah. Clockwork music would be really great.
I have access to it, I just don't have it prepared because so much shit has been happening that I haven't had a chance. I do have something that I can use, though.
Where's an audio nerd when you need one?
Right? I'm good, I think. I need... Where is it?
See, I know one that would be perfect, but I don't think you'd be allowed to use it.
I know several that would be perfect, but... This will do.
I heard that and thought Warframe started up for a moment.
Nice.
So, we fade in then on the House of Inspired Hands, the Temple of Gond in Waterdeep, wherein servants of invention toil beneath clockwork gears and build wonders the likes of which the world has never seen outside of I almost said Mechanar, but that's not what it's called in Faerun. It's called something else, and I'm forgetting the name of it. Materka? Something like that? Regardless, Pierce of Lavril in the light of the setting sun, which means you don't have long before the temple closes to the public, you find yourself outside the gate, no longer accompanied by, oh my god, what was his name? What was
Percy?
his... What?
Who were you thinking of?
The cop. Cromley. Say it, Cromley.
Cromley. Say it,
There's
Cromley.
so many characters in Waterdeep. I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine.
Oh, nor any of the other KnightLites. You are alone as the shadows of the clock tower fall over the courtyard of the House of Inspired Hands. What would you like to do? This music is perfect. This music is fucking perfect.
I think Pierce just takes a deep breath and takes in the sight of the House of Inspired.
Mostly people leaving.
Yeah, there's. It's an all-inspiring sight. Probably with the setting sun too. It's even more beautiful.
It's just shining copper and bronze in the pink light of the sunset. Which, because of the way Waterdeep is oriented, the setting sun falls over the bay, so it's reflected off the ocean and then scattered across the House of Inspired Hands. What I love about this is Pierce of Lavril, you know, darkened by fate, right? Because of all the stuff weighing on him, in the shadow of the temple, as the citizens of Waterdeep walk the other way, he stands alone, moving forward. Like, that's a poignant scene.
That it's a strong scene.
That's a strong opener, is what that is.
Striking.
I think after he takes in the view for a moment, he's gonna take a deep breath and start walking towards it.
Okay. So
towards the main entrance.
So, have you seen, I don't remember what it's called, I'm sorry, that really famous plaza in Rome with all the pigeons?
Yes, I believe so.
I imagine the walk up to the House of Inspired Hands looks like that. There's like a low, like, stone fence with iron railings above it, and then like a plaza walk between the gate and the temple itself. And we see Pierce like a bubble in the crowd as everyone leaving the temple, moving forward, like passing through. We see it overhead, and and then you pass under the temple into the Grand Museum that you were in before. You're not noticed right away.
Probably not. Do I see anyone I know here?
You only know the gnome.
The priestess. Yeah, the priestess.
Yeah, I'm looking for her name because I don't remember what it was. Valletta. You do see the gnome Valletta.
Is she busy with anything at the moment?
I mean, insofar as she and several people dressed like her are like in the we hope you enjoyed your stay, like, host club posed, like, at the doors ushering people out. But no, she's not directly busy.
I think she'd be like one of the first people I pass going.
Probably,
in.
yeah. Well, she's a gnome. She'd probably be in the back. It'd probably be like the tallest people, then the middle people, and then the shortest people. So she'd probably be in the back.
Okay, so I'd walk in against the flow of the crowd.
Right. And I love it because you're dressed like Force Grey. Like, people give way to you because you look like a gilded member of Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. And people probably know who I am because of my affiliation with the KnightLites.
Probably, yeah.
I imagine there's probably mutterings from the crowd as I'm walking up.
Yeah, like I don't think it's muttering. I think it's like gossiping. Like, oh, what is he here for? He's going in after the bell rings. Like, what dark rituals is Force Grey getting up to with the Temple of God? Like, it's like good natured stuff. It's not like grumbling.
Yeah.
This fucking Spanish guitar is perfect for this. I'm sorry.
It's really great. I love it so much.
3 hours.
And I think his gaze is gonna. He looks around inside for a moment, like eyes adjusting because the light's probably a bit bright.
Yeah. Well, in here, yes, because they have electric light.
Mm-hmm. And then I believe his gaze is gonna turn to Valletta.
Mm-hmm. So the copper-haired, rosy-cheeked gnome in her like Order of Gond outfit with the symbol of Gond, holy symbol around her neck, like she makes eye contact with you, but she doesn't move. I think like for the sake of like the scene dynamic, she gives you a little nod as if to say like, yeah, I see you, we'll talk in a minute. And then like we like fade on that scene, and then we fade back in. Time has passed, the big museum is empty now, and like Pierce and Valletta are like walking up to each other, right? Like
Mm-hmm. After the door is shut.
exactly. And she says, Captain, thank you for your patience.
No problem. I hate to bother you so late anyway.
I'm sure it must be important.
Dire, rather.
She nods.
I need Nim's help with something. And I need his help as fast as possible.
She blinks at you. She says, I'm afraid that's impossible.
What do you mean impossible?
After the situation, she's choosing her words carefully, at Growlhund Villa, some details were brought to light of Nim's involvement. That musical cue, though. And the Nimblewright was decommissioned.
No. Damn it.
We have other Nimblewright. I know that's not going to help you, but Nim was rogue, in a word. Faulty, dangerous. What do you need?
Shit, hang on. No.
What's up, Nevo?
I just realized something. We weren't fast enough in tracking down the real culprit Nimblewright. And Nim took the fall.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily?
Not necessarily. Remember, Valletta can talk to Nim. And you do have it confirmed that Nim built the rogue Nimblewright.
Okay.
So it's not about you not being fast enough.
It's Nim got involved with something he wasn't supposed to.
Basically, yeah.
Nim broke protocol and bit the dust.
And I think that information stuns him a bit, but he shakes out of it after a moment. I need help modifying the device that he gave us.
For what purpose?
The device currently tracks proximity.
She nods.
I'm on a time crunch. I need to track it now.
You want to, scan the breath of Waterdeep? I'm afraid that would not be possible. Not even for Nim.
Doesn't the Temple of Gone have like The mechanical birds.
Sort of. We know that Nim had one that he made.
Which Connie still has, I think.
Which Connie still has, yeah. No. You left it on his workshop.
Right.
It doesn't really say one way or the other. If you need them to have mechanical birds, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't.
Cool, that's what I need. Well, either we could modify the one device to point in the direction, or...
I'm sorry, Captain. False Grey does not have scrying tools.
Scrying is difficult when you're not familiar with the subject.
While that's true, you are. The Nimblerites are identical to one another. You simply need to find one that's not in the Temple of God. You're familiar with Nim? I could even give you a memento. I understand that helps with certain magics.
That actually could help a lot, yes.
Certainly. Very little trouble. Why? I'm sure your investigation is important, but...
This isn't about the investigation.
Yeah, she like gestures at your face, like, what is happening?
This does not leave here.
She looks around.
Manshun kidnapped my friend. He wants the stone, but we're not going to give it to him, but we need it first.
I apologize. Stone?
The Nimblewright that was with the girl in Villa stole an artifact by the name of Stone of Galore.
Make an insight check.
Insight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She blinks, but she blinks in an odd way. If Pierce had blinked at the same time, he would have missed it. But she's shocked. She's like, what? She recognizes the name, and she blinks, but you see just for a second, it's like her eyes recede and then come back.
I think he catches notice of the look very quickly and it's like, do you know something I don't already?
I doubt it's anything you don't already know. I've heard the name before. It's never been... The House of Inspired Hands is about invention. Raising the... forgive me... intelligent from the masses, and bringing commodity to the mundane. Stone of Galore is a magical artifact. It's never really been of interest to me. Us. She makes a fist. I have heard the name Manshun, trying to change the subject. I can see the combination of those factors being rather dangerous, but I don't fully comprehend what that has to do with us.
I was going to ask with help modifying the tracking device so I could find it faster, but
You believe the Nimblewright has the stone of... You don't think Nim had...
I don't believe Nim had it. I believe the rogue had it.
She nods slowly.
And it's our only lead.
Trust that Force Grey and Blackstaff Tower are aware of the fact that if such an artifact were in the hands of the House of Inspired Hands, it would be returned to the tower forthwith.
What do you need it for?
I don't. Precisely my point.
Oh, I misunderstood what she said.
Okay, so what she said in layman's terms was, tell your boss if we had it, you'd have it. We're cooperating.
Yeah. He shakes his head, immediately realizing, no, we needed all the help we can get, and tracking that number was our best lead. You're the only person I knew to come to.
I see. Do you have an inclination as to why the rogue Nimblewright, which, by the way, you haven't asked, but it has not been seen here at all. Why would
you would have mentioned it if it had been.
Why would it have such an artifact?
Because the Growlhounds had it, and it stole it from them.
But it can't use it.
If it's a rogue, it's working for somebody else. I don't know how, but someone got to it.
I saw you traveling alone, Captain. If what you say is true, and the rogue Nimblewright has given the Stone of Galore to anyone else, I recommend backup.
I don't plan to go in alone.
She nods. And do we have reason to believe that it's not Manchun?
As far as I'm aware, Manchun doesn't play with useless things. He wouldn't be holding my friend ransom for it if he didn't already have it.
Unless he's trying to unbalance the tower.
He blinks for a moment.
I'm not saying he is, but often things are nuanced.
I see your point, but either way, I need to find it.
Then I believe that scrying is your best hope.
If scrying the Nimblewright leads me right to him, then we have a fight. I'll have to fight for my friend, and I'll do my best.
If you require refreshment, I can show you to his sitting room. It's not open to the public, but elsewise you can remain here in the museum, have a look around. I'll look through Nim's effects, try to find something that can assist in your scrying.
I actually have a question for you.
She nods.
Something you mentioned when you were talking about the stone. Commodity to the mundane? I think he spaces out of it and starts looking around the temple.
Yeah.
Admiringly.
That teachings of God, that anyone with a flash of inspiration and the proper resources can change the world. Commodities for the mundane. Not everyone can use magic. Not everyone is gifted or particularly studious. What we do is try to replicate the effects that anyone can see. That's rather what the KnightLites are. They're
He's nodding along, listening.
soldiers. They're guards. They don't tire. They don't need food or sleep. They don't need pay or equipment. They have everything they need, and they can stand vigil until they are defeated or... Well, they say time is always the victor. But it's a... Imagine someone like... You are exceptional. Many people are exceptional. But imagine if all someone has to their name is an idea. And yes, perhaps at some point that idea could be powerful enough that they would have the resources that they need to lead a better life, but until then, someone could take that idea, or it could never see the light of day due to the lack of resources, but certainly they could not hire guards to protect themselves.
He nods along.
That is where the KnightLites come in. For a meager purchase, comparatively speaking, and minimal upkeep, they would have protection. This and things like it are the quite literally sacred duty of followers of God.
Nods. At some
I
point...
can actually tell you what's in the museum around you. You said Pierce was looking around.
Yeah, Pierce is looking around right now, just kind of
There's
space.
there's a model, a working model of the Waterdeep clock tower.
Mm-hmm.
There's several like steampunk flying machines in miniature, in glass cages. There's a submersible, a miniature submersible, meant to look like a dragon turtle.
Ooh.
There's... I like this. There's a small helmet with articulated metal arms that is designed and positioned in a way to, like, poke and prod the wearer, and it's labeled Helmet of Wakefulness.
That's amazing.
And
Also,
there's another submersible meant to look like a manta ray.
I think he shakes his head a bit, zoning back, snapping back in.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what happens in the near future, I would like to learn how to do all of this stuff. Just make things without...
I would say you would need a great deal of study, but you are an academic, Captain.
He nods. It's amazing what you're able to do. It's just... You don't have to...
Everyone has a spark of the divine in them.
He nods.
It is our duty to help them find it. And if this mystery sparks the divine in you, you're welcome here.
He nods again. I'll be back. But would you mind if I just rested a bit in the... Well, what'd she call it?
The museum.
No, the
Oh, she
rest.
just gets like just a waiting room.
I'm gonna rest a bit before I go. I have a lot to do.
Of course. I'll get the effects for you. And she leads you into a little side room. It's like, yeah, you're in a church ultimately, like a temple.
Yes.
So it's like a place for the like priests and priestesses to like. It's basically like the company lunchroom type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're given like tea and a share of the dinner that everybody's having, and then Valletta like leaves you. We see Pierce like working on his notes or in contemplation for a bit. We see like time pass. You know, the mug is no longer steaming. The food has been picked at. And Pierce is in a different position. And Valletta comes back, and she's holding a couple of things. She's holding what looks like a hand, like a little brass hand, bigger than hers because she's a gnome, but about your size, and a backpack.
Did she hold them out for me, or is she still holding them?
Yeah, well, she's like just walking up to you with them. She says,
I think he sits up from his book or whatever. He's got some doodles and sketches in there.
This is from one of the other KnightLites. We do want it back, but there's no reason that the Force Grey cannot use it for the scrying spell. She sets the hand on the table. As for this...
Tilts his head.
And she sets the big bulky, square backpack on the bench beside you. The bench like creaks under the weight. She says, "I know the face of someone facing the gallows."
He like shifts and tries to shift his composure a bit to be more composed. Because there's obvious emotion all over his face.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like he's looking down the barrel of a gun, basically.
This
and he knows he
is Gon's answer to the spell you call Featherfall.
It's a parachute?
Yes.
Nice!
He goes to pick up the bag.
Be warned. You need space to activate it, and it won't help you for less than 6 stories.
I know what to use this for. Okay. He nods. Thank you.
It's reusable.
He nods. This will actually be very useful.
I thought it would.
I really appreciate it.
She nods.
And he goes to like pick up the hand.
This little brass hand with 5 fingers on it.
You sure this would work for any of the KnightLites?
It should. They're identical. I don't know much about scrying, but from what I've read on the subject, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
She nods.
I really appreciate it.
I'll need to show you out. The main doors are locked, so if you're ready...
He nods. He picks up the bag, puts it over his shoulders. He has the other satchel on his waist.
Okay, it's a big bulky backpack, but yeah.
Yeah, like there's a reason I chose a satchel bag for
Nice.
scholar bag.
And she leads you out front, takes out a little brass key, fits it into the main doors, turns it. You hear like several tumblers and the big doors like roll together, and then the big doors open outward.
The entire time, Pierce is still in all of the mechanisms.
Oh yeah. And you step out into a dark city.
Nods to Valletta and starts to go on his way. How much light does find familiar give off? I don't think it's a lot.
It actually is. It's a 5-foot pool of light. You can have like a little spotlight around you if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So
So
you
I can
have a
actually-
little permanent street light on your shoulder.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Where are you heading?
I think. Where do I remember the rest of the parties at?
The
Like, from what I
bookworm.
remember.
Rashal said that you guys could meet up at the bookworm at sunset.
Are there any carriages around at all?
Probably.
Okay.
Like, it's just after sunset. Like, the city doesn't go to sleep. It's basically New York, man. Like, you can
Pretty
get a
much,
carriage
yeah.
round the clock.
Okay, I think I'm gonna hit one. It's probably gonna be easier for me to do with the light.
Now,
on
that
me.
being said, yeah, you probably need to go, like, a little bit away from the House of Inspired Hands. Not much, but, like, maybe a block or two. Just because
Yeah.
everybody knows, like, oh, the temple is closed now. There's no reason to go down that street. Like,
Yeah, just start walking down a block,
yeah, that's fine.
calling over, and I'll make my way back to the bookworm's treasure.
Okay. So we crossfade to Brayden and the Black Viper, like stepping into Trollskull
Actually,
Alley.
wait, I'm gonna change that. I'm going back to Blacksmith Tower. That okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So Brayden, we see you like carrying Esvile Rosnar, aka the Black Viper. What did you do with the treasure? Remind me. You kept most of it there. What about the treasure that she had in a bag? What did you do with it? I don't remember.
I still like got it on over one shoulder.
Okay. So you've got like your backpack on one shoulder, her backpack on the other shoulder. You're carrying Esvile. You're tired.
Yeah.
As you cross into Trollskull Alley, I think you see movement from the Steam and Steel, like the window of the Steam and Steel. You see movement, and but before you get a chance to do anything, like you're walking along, and you see Embrick like just open the door. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't like judge you or anything. But the look that he gives you is like, "Do you have news?"
I just like shakes his head defeatedly.
Yeah. And I think you see Embrick like slump, and he lingers in the doorway, and then he like closes it again.
And there's just that twinge of, oh god.
So I think Esvile, like, because you're holding her, you're carrying her, she like sees that reaction. She's like, "Did I miss something?"
You missed a lot. And
Alright.
explaining that out here isn't a good idea.
Well, I would assume not. Your knees are shaking. You could have asked him for help. I assume that's where we're going.
In case you forgot, you're currently invisible.
Right, but you're still holding your arms out like a loon.
That probably made his shrug look like, eh.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So where are we going?
Rashal's treasure. The bookworm. And treasure.
So as you continue walking, like, turn right, head up the street to the
Yep.
bookworm. Yeah, you see, like, lights inside. Just really quick, Salk and Connie, what have you been doing for the last 2 hours of not
Salk's
hearing
been-
either brother?
Sock's been reading his Snorri book.
Okay,
And Connie's reading the journal.
okay. So I think you guys see movement on the other side of the door, and you see Brayden, like, walk up empty-handed, walking funny, and then, like, I think Esvile, like, hits the knob on the door, because she can, so
Yeah.
he just, like, waves his hand, and then the doorknob turns and opens.
Raises his eyebrow. You're alright there, Brayden?
He looks tired, is what he looks like. He's carrying 2 packs, and he's like staggering, like his steps are weighted.
Want me to take one of those bags for you, Brayden?
Yeah, Connie's like moving to help him with
It's
whatever
like-
load he's carrying.
Yeah,
You're like-
you guys come up, and Esvile goes, "Bag."
I thought it would be a lot funnier if they walked into his relay.
You trying to have her break her leg worse?
Broken. What? Now she's like feeling out for Esvila because she's invisible.
Yeah, you like reach out and you feel like a hand touch your hand.
What did you do?
Break a potion. Why?
No, about the broken leg. What's that?
Can I at least put her down
her
on
down.
a chair because I'm about to collapse here?
Put her down on the floor.
Yes, the floor. Wonderful idea. I've spent a lot of time on the floor this evening. Thank you.
Do you want me to set the bone or not?
It's. I'm not sure if it's that actually.
Can't see it. Go.
I do
I
know
just-
that sarcophagus lids are heavier than they look.
Like,
Oh no! Oh no!
Yes,
looks at invisible Esvila, looks at Brayden, looks at invisible Esvila.
What?
Again, there's a lot
What
to
the
explain.
fuck?
Can I
What?
just put her down, please?
Put her.
Wait
I just said to put her down.
I'm just like nearest chair. I'm just gonna like put it out.
Yeah.
And just let the bag slump to the ground, and he's just gonna collapse.
One of them.
Ah.
One of them clanks when it hits the ground.
Sock's gonna pop one of those open.
Yeah, it's full of treasure.
And you were crushed by a sarcophagus, did?
Yes, it fell on me. It's rather embarrassing. What do you want?
Why were you in there?
Because someone had to protect the valuables that you left unguarded?
Protect them.
Yes, protect them.
We weren't fully convinced that nobody's seen in like gestures to sock him. You weren't seen.
I was going to take what I could, tell Brayden where it was, and then ensure that you at least had something if it got robbed.
Insight.
Go ahead. Yeah, like, you can't see her face, but her tone sounds genuine.
Suspicious, but she's doing the whole medic thing, making
Make
sure
a,
everything is in place before casting Cure
How
Wounds.
do you do that without being able to see?
By feel.
Cool. Make a medicine check with disadvantage.
She's gonna say ow when you touch it, by the way.
Probably.
Oh shit.
Habit of poking the leg. Nice.
Because
Just
that
to
will
be-
wait for the potion to wear off.
Aye.
Cool. With disadvantage, that's still enough. So you manage to and she helps you, but she also like grumbles. Like she's like guiding your hand to the spot, complaining about the invisibility, and then like you touch where the leg is broken, and she's like, "Yep, all right, yep, no, that's the. Do you mind?"
Yep. Hold tight.
And then
Don't bite your tongue.
you cast Cure Wounds on
Nudge
her.
everything and then
Yeah.
Cure Wounds.
you hear her more than anything else stand up. You feel her test her feet, feel the floor bouncing a little, and then the chair scoots as she sits back down. She's like, "That's a great deal better."
I can imagine.
I told you they wouldn't believe me, Brayden.
I think Brain just shakes his head, and it's like you wouldn't be in this predicament in the first place if you just told me what you were planning.
He's got a point there.
I got a question about this scene.
Hang on, you had your scene. Hang on. So as Connie, you kind of hear as Vile turned because Brayden's behind her, right? She turns and she says, "If I hadn't gotten into this predicament, the entire situation would have been resolved in about an hour."
If you had brought me along, it would have been done just as fast because I couldn't lift the lid.
I didn't have any idea where you were. I was with Brayden, dealing with a high-ranking member of the Zentarum, who then sent me out to do the shopping, which I did, and I had it delivered. And while I was out, I thought two things. In the same way that one realizes when they go to the shop that they might need some coffee, I realized I should probably get some of this money to a safe place, and then use a little bit of it, Braden share, even less, than to make a nice dinner, which did not happen because the damn sarcophagus fell on me.
I think Braden like slowly turns his head. It's like there was anything there that was part of my share. All of it belonged to her, pointing to Gunny.
Then why did the big oaf have it?
He didn't. He just so happened to fumble upon it, thinking that it was part of his clan.
Seems her father put all the money there, and had the building built in dedication to my father.
Right. So, regardless, leaving it open to the public was dangerous.
I closed the sarcophagus.
Yes,
You
but
didn't close the crypt.
Yes, I did. I closed the doors.
it still doesn't account for anyone that might have seen you.
The point is, whoever the money belonged to, I was trying to safeguard some of it.
And you know what? I'll accept that for now.
I don't need your money. Trust me on that.
Like behind her brain just kind of nods, just like, yeah, she's not lying about that one.
Now, don't get me wrong. I could invest it for you and get you a great deal more, but something tells me that you're not particularly interested in being a noble.
I think she just says nobles in her best Tristan impression.
And I think Esvila goes, "Oh, that's your father. Oh dear."
Word.
That would explain.
What?
Odd. That would explain why the inside of the crypt was so tacky.
Oh,
She just gives her a look like, really?
What's worse is he's my bardic teacher.
That also explains a great deal, actually.
And also the guy that taught me a lot of my skills.
Where do you think he learned them?
Looks are.
No, not me! The original Black Viper.
oh.
Blink, blink.
That's
How
terrible.
old is Tristan? Hold up.
He's a
I
tiefling.
mean, he's a tiefling.
He's a tiefling. They live a while.
Okay, I thought you said that in Esvila's voice.
Yeah, she said, "No, not me, the original Black Viper."
Yeah, you said he's a tiefling in Esvila's voice. I was like, I'm not here.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes my voice doesn't catch when I just switch it quickly.
Gotcha.
It's like she says, the original Black Viper, he just kind of looks up. It's like, huh.
You know what? That explains a
I'll
great
look-
deal, actually.
There's actually a rumor that he was one of the Black Vipers. I don't know for sure.
To be honest, that wouldn't be surprising.
Neither would I. So wait, and
Honestly.
she like shifts in the chair again. You're Constant Seargaze. I thought your
You
last name was
say that
Gambleson.
like
She said that Connie told Esvila that her last name was Gambleson.
Connie, Constance, Gambleson, Seargaze.
I wasn't going to. She grumbles, and I think like as she's pouting, like she fades into visibility.
There you are. And now that she can actually see her, she's just gonna give her a quick glance over, make sure there's nothing else wrong.
Yeah, her leg is like swollen, but it's going down.
So yeah.
This is the problem with being a thief, Brayden. If you do something in someone's best interest, they don't believe you.
I can't disagree with you, but also, do we really care what other people think?
You're a KnightLite. You've given a good enough explanation. I'll believe you for now, until someone else proves it differently.
Listen, everything that I took, with the exception of I think like 2 gold coins, which are in my boot, is in that bag. You don't have to believe me, it's there.
Then by all means, keep the coins. Whatever. Not a priority.
Better question. And she like pulls her mask down and like pulls the cowl off of her head and like shakes her hair out. Where is everyone?
Oh boy, that's a walk.
The hunt.
Pierce fucked off to Magic Land.
Right.
Pierce is going to go see the House of Inspired Hands about the nimble ray detector.
I don't think you guys know I went to the House of Inspired
Yeah,
Hands.
we only know you went to
never
Blackstaff
mind.
Tower. Yeah.
Okay, Pierce went to Blackstaff Tower. Rock is out hunting.
Right, I knew that one.
And Lawrence.
Where is Lawrence?
No, what did no, I missed what Isabelle said after she said that Rock was on.
Cold.
Where is Lord? I don't.
No, that was meant more like or sarcastic. Where is he? Not a. Wait, where? Seriously, where is he?
As for Lawrence, he's been kidnapped.
That would explain why these two look like they've been chewing on lemons for the last several days.
It gets worse.
This music is still super fitting.
That's why I haven't changed it. What do you mean it gets worse?
Who kidnapped him?
What, was he captured by Tiamat?
Okay, not that bad, thankfully.
Halaster Bloody Blackcloak?
Manchun,
Gesundheit, who kidnapped Lawrence?
Man, sure.
one of the leaders of the Black Network.
We think. We're not sure.
Well, that's
What, he
wonderful.
said-
We have a bargaining chip in Brayton's apartment.
Blink, blink.
Right?
Don't you
What's that
think
phrase?
she would?
Did
What's
you
that,
miss the
Brayden?
part where she said she would bring me down with her?
How precisely is she going to do that? What, give your name to the City Watch? You have an alias and an alibi.
True and true. It doesn't mean she needs to give my name to the City Watch.
If she does, we'll deal with it. The City Watch are a bunch of buffoons.
I can't disagree with you on that part.
Here's what I say. I know everyone in this room has seniority on me, but bear with me for a moment. Tie her up, put her somewhere safe, and demand a prisoner exchange.
Would you like to bell the cat?
What?
Would you like to bell the cat?
What does that mean?
Would you like to be the one to tie her up?
I could.
Trying to put a bell on a cat is exercise of futility.
Oh. She has to sleep at some point.
Less an exercise of futility and more so the thing no one wants to do. Because the idea is come up by a bunch of mice.
Worst case, I saw the shipment of goods that she wanted. I bought it for her. A little poppy seed extract and a few of her dried meats, and she'll be out like a light.
The only issue is that Manchun wouldn't want her.
What? She's one of the Doom Raiders.
Give me a second.
The what?
One of the leaders of the Black Network, the Doom Raiders. Zaraj the Hunter, Schemo, Weird Bottle. Brayton knows the other two.
Edward Horn, Davos Starsong, and now fucking Manchun.
Well, long and short of it is,
We're still
he's
missing one,
told us.
Brayden.
He's told us what he wants, and I doubt he's up to change his mind.
What did the Viper say there?
She said we're still missing one.
No, that was all 5.
No, she shakes her head. Like, we're still missing one.
Sorry, I'm back. Phone ring. What's this about a Doom Rider?
Wait, how are we missing one?
Manchun is presumed dead. We're still missing the last Doom Raider. Manchun's also not a Doom Raider.
I mean, that we know of.
Okay, fair. The point is, we're still missing one. But that's for later.
But he himself looked me in the eyes and said he was a leader.
What did he say word for word?
I'm not disputing that Manchun is powerful in the Zentarum. He might even be higher up than the Doom Raiders. Brayden and I have a list of the heads of the Zentarum in Waterdeep. Manchun is not on that list. Because Manchun is not supposed to be here.
So, because he's dead, or because he's a leader of the greater group?
Both?
Awesome. Fucking awesome.
There's like 8 of him.
Blink, blink.
Or something. 6,
Right.
8, 12.
The simulacrum.
Yes, that.
Anyway, the point is, he's set his price, and I doubt he's willing to change.
She looks at the bag of loot on the floor. Well, what's
Not
his
money.
price?
It's the stone.
Which we have yet to find.
Then why are we sitting in a bookshop?
Because we need a plan.
And we need to regroup.
Plus, Rashal has been our most valuable source of information in all of Waterdeep so far.
Largely because you haven't bothered asking me. You can be forgiven.
To be fair, you just became a relevant source of information like a couple of days ago.
No, I was always a relevant source of information. You decided to trust me a couple of days ago.
Fair point. Point being, we don't know where to look, and this is our best chance to regroup.
Brayden,
Aye.
was the damp stone in the villa?
The Growlinsville, yeah. It was.
Does the City Watch have it?
Nope.
Then it's probably still in the villa. It's a rock.
That's the thing. We don't know if someone on the inside was ready to take the rock from them, bring it back to its original owner, or if it's still there and the chances are more likely that someone took it back to its original owner.
Right.
Or someone else entirely.
She holds a hand up. Brayden, can I be honest with these two?
You weren't already?
No.
He just shrugs, okay, go ahead.
We were there. We were bloody there. No one got out of there. There was a siege elemental. 2 of them.
Blink, blink, blink.
Are you sure
Yes.
no one gotten out of that?
Siege.
Not even one of the robot people.
Robot what?
A number right was seen fleeing the place.
Then it sounds like we need to go to the Temple of God.
Already
We were
done.
there.
Well, if they don't have it, then it's probably still on the premises. Again, it's a rock. It's a
If
rock
you're-
that wants to be left alone.
If you're really certain of that, well, I'm more than happy to go look.
Do you have any other leads?
One, and the number right didn't go back to the Temple of God. Gond, it's a rogue.
Right, but if it went back to the Temple of Gond,
It didn't.
exactly. Then the stuff. The Stone of Galore wants to be left alone. It makes you forget you have it. Which is not actually true, if you recall. You forget it once you lose it.
Well, then it sounds like we should. Sorry, go ahead.
Regardless of what we do next, we should wait for everyone to get here so we can get the full scope of information we have.
Who are we waiting for?
Pierce,
Where is he?
he went to the Blackstaff.
Then let's go to the Blackstaff.
We all plan to meet up here.
Look at the time. She like gestures outside.
That's true. Meeting time was sunset.
It's decidedly not sunset.
Maybe it would be a good idea to send him a message. Connie?
You do that?
Yeah, I can. Hold that thought. And I think she's gonna step outside and look for a critter for Eminal Messenger.
Okay. Make a perception check. It's the middle of the night, so your choices are gonna be like raccoon, buggo of some
Firefly.
description, cat.
Cricket.
Bat, crow.
I don't.
10,000 fireflies?
Maybe a fox.
You wanna be Gandalf, Connie? Because there's probably a moth fluttering around Rushal's door.
Yeah, so yeah, I think she's gonna I think she's gonna pick a moth and be like well, she's gonna catch it and like whisper to it in her hands.
Alright,
and
yeah,
the
Gandalf,
message is,
and
the message is gonna be like, we were supposed to meet up at Rashal's at sunset. Is everything okay? And give him the description of Pierce and send him off towards the Blackstaff.
okay. So I think like we follow the moth as it like flies over Waterdeep and the music swells a little bit. And it like flies like over the skyline as like, you know, the KnightLites are kind of trying to get their feet under them and get some traction. And we see like the ships like pulling in and finishing pulling in for the day. We see like the clouds around the clock tower, and then the moth descends and we see like a carriage in front of Blackstaff Tower. And as Pierce is getting out of the carriage, it just like lands on his shoulder.
Do I notice it when it lands?
Probably, because it's a large moth. It's just this large buggo just like lands on your shoulder.
And then you hear Connie.
Yeah, and then you hear Connie's voice.
I think I don't think he's off-put by it. I think this is something he's used to.
It's
To a
your
degree.
big moth.
He's a big. I'd probably take a step back and then stop.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm probably used to this. Yeah, you say that until an Atlas moth slams into the side of your head. I'm just saying.
Okay, you probably wouldn't have grabbed an Atlas moth. It probably would have been more like
Luna
He's
moth.
probably-
Luna moths are still kind of big.
yes, but they're very pretty.
Val, I'm just saying, like.
Okay, yeah, he probably takes 2 steps back, like staring at this moth, ready to like bap it away.
Yeah, and the moth says in Connie's voice, like, we were supposed to meet up at sunset. Is everything okay?
And if I say something to it, does it send a message back to Connie?
No.
Unfortunately not. However, you are right outside the Blackstaff.
Valid.
And probably the moth just like flies away.
Hey.
Like, how did I get here? flutters on home.
Sorry. And he makes a note to send the message that way, or just like get warped to the bookworm's treasure as soon as he finishes doing this. And he's gonna head in.
You head into Blackstaff Tower. It's the middle of the night. Like, nobody is up and around right now. Like, you like have to push open the main doors because they're not open, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like stagger in. The frog is not at the front desk anymore. There's like nobody around.
I'm gonna. Heck, I don't know what to do now. I like look around for any doors or anything, I guess.
Like, you've never really gone beyond this point. It's like an info booth, and then it leads into the bottom floor of the tower, which has like laboratories and like rooms and lecture halls and stuff in it. Like, it's a full complex.
Okay. Just there's absolutely no one.
It's the middle of the night.
Fine.
Like, have you never been to a museum at like 11 p.m.?
Or like been to a school after hours?
Yeah.
It's deserted.
Spooky.
There was someone here last time I came in the middle of the night.
No. Last time you came in the middle of the night, you went directly upstairs.
Mm-hmm. I'm pissed off Vajra.
How did you get in last time?
Usually when he comes in, there's a frog at the front desk that Percy is like scrying through, and he can bring people up to meet with the Archmage.
Is there like a staircase anywhere, or is it like just the bottom floor?
You are standing in front of an info booth. You have never gone deeper into the complex. You are yet to say, "Do I go deeper into the complex?"
I do.
Okay. So you start walking through the dark hallways. You are surrounded by magic. Like there's almost that like ozone taste of on your tongue, like there is when like the air is pressurized and like recycled, right? You see like grand theaters, and you pass like a couple of laboratories. You can't go into the laboratories because like the doors are closed, but there's like a little sign that says like, you know, applied magistics and whatever else.
Applied magistics, that's great.
You don't see a specific staircase, no. You also don't see a dormitory. You see no one. I think, like, at one point you see, like, a magic broom just, like, sweep its way past you, but no.
Like, I hear movement, and then I, like, turn the corner, hoping.
Yeah, it's just a broom.
Is it carrying buckets of water?
No, it is sweeping the floor.
Yeah, I think we see his shoulders droop a bit.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an insomnia cookie on the campus?
Probably not, because mages can conjure food and water.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And if there is, it wouldn't be in the main laboratory building, it would be in the dormitories, or near the dormitories. Pierce went in the main building. Remember, it's a campus. There's buildings around the tower.
Okay. Anything? He's gonna walk.
Make a perception check for me.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go to like walk away, and you see flashes of light, like dim flashes of light, coming from one of the dark laboratories. It's marked as evocation and kinesiology.
Nice. First of all, nice.
You're welcome.
Like, I think he stops moving, like completely freezes during the headlight stops, and then starts to move through the door. Is there like a window in the door?
It is, but it's one of those double pane frosted windows with the wire mesh in the middle. Can't see shit. You can see like occasional like just like flashes of light. And it's like, because it's a fucking magic laboratory, it's probably like a different color. It's probably like purple light.
Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. The flashes stop. You hear like footsteps. You hear the door, like you hear the latch, the door like unlock, and then you hear the door like open. You see a door, and like yeah, Vajra Safar is standing there. She's wearing like a lab coat. She's got like goggles pushed up on her head. She's wearing like those big leather gauntlets that go up to her elbow. She smells vaguely of sulfur. And she like very like brave surprise on her face when you're like looking back at her. She says, "Not who I expected."
I'm sorry to bother you, Vajra.
She raises an eyebrow when you call her Vajra.
Is it like what's the appropriate title for the black? Just the black staff.
The black staff, Archmage Safar, both are appropriate.
All right.
Black staff Safar is also appropriate.
Immediately backtrack and correct himself.
Just Archmage would also work.
Sorry, Archmage. I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm going to hazard a guess and say that Percy sent you.
He shakes his head. I got something from the Temple of Gone that will help me track down the Nimblewright that had the stone and give us our best lead.
How did you know I was here?
I didn't. I saw the flashes.
You were wandering around. She chuckles. The KnightLites are nothing if not serendipitous.
I don't know what that word means. I'm sorry.
Serendipity is the adverb form or the adjective form, I think, of like coincidentally favorable. Like when opportunity knocks, that's called serendipity.
Ah.
Yeah.
When you roll natural 20 and you roll natural 20.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right place, right time.
I found it advisable to make certain the study halls were empty as much as possible before
setting to work. If I had to hazard a guess, you're working on it now?
Well, I'm not making tea.
You look like you need some tea, and I do too. He rubs his eyes.
What you need is sleep.
I need someone that can help me with a scrying spell.
I am checking that right now. 1 second. Vajra, I know you can. I know you have the ability to scry. Do you have it normally prepared, is my question. Bigby's hand. Sending. No. She does not have it prepared.
Sending.
What?
See, she has sending.
She's got sending. But she does not have a scrying spell prepared currently. So she sighs. She says, if you were anyone else, I would have you report to a prefect and sign out the proper equipment. You probably don't even know what a prefect is.
Out of character, I don't, but Pierce might because he's going to a magic school.
Yeah, camp counselor, basically.
Yeah.
Harry Potter up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna nod. I know what that is. I'm not entirely clueless.
No. I think you've got a good head on your shoulders, for the most part.
He nods. I do my best. It's what I can do.
She reaches onto her belt, takes out a ring of keys, and, like, holds it out, and they just, like, stay in midair. She says, follow the keys. Go in the door that they open. Inside, you'll find a Vistani's crystal ball.
Nice.
It should give you what you need.
He nods and glances at the keys and back to her. Thank you, Archmage. Thank you. I will
We both
let
have
you get
work
back
to
to
do.
it. Huh?
We both have work to do.
I'll leave you to it then. Thank you.
And she closes the door behind her. Or in front of her, I guess, behind you. And the keys just like, look, I cannot get Klefki out of my head. I can't do it. Like,
Klefki.
Klefki's great.
Klefki's real great. So many people hate on Klefki.
Why?
Because he apparently looks stupid.
Well, you're following what is effectively a Klefki without a face.
This is real great.
And it leads you to like another lab and like descends, and one of the keys like turns forward, fits into the lock, turns, the lock clicks, and the whole keychain just goes limp.
It turns the knob on the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the keys out of the door, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. They're heavy, but
I mean, they're a big key ring for a whole facility, of course.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like, she gave you the master. Like, if you want to go look at the terrace queue in the basement, like, now's the time. Like, if you want to go to the portal chamber, like, now's the time.
Let's throw a Tarask into the mix.
Tarask versus Medshud versus Aboleth. Let's go.
How about we don't and just say we did?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
What? Why
Do
is
you
this?
have kicker?
There's a bun outside my window.
Oh,
There's a bun.
It's the bunny.
Brandon Delta just made a real good point.
Shush. It's not our scene. Shut up.
My bad.
So, here's
We
one.
lost the fox for a while because Bunny.
pull open the door and
Yep.
step inside.
It's like a. What would a divination laboratory look like? I figure it would have like
Lots of magnifying glasses everywhere.
Yeah, like
Magnifying glasses everywhere, probably a telescope, a pendulum,
an
like a whole bunch of
astrolabe.
cards. and, like,
This
7
is all
types.
the ceiling is like, it looks like a skylight, but you can see by the edges it's like a mystical view of the sky.
There's probably like a bowl of water somewhere.
There you go. You see all of that.
Yeah.
Parts of the wall are just star maps.
Yes.
I would probably just stay here and never leave.
There's probably some really cool constellations.
Absolutely, including the bees.
The bees. There's lots of bees in the sky.
Bees? What?
So,
I look around for a moment, just taking it all in, and then start to focus and look for the stone.
for the stone.
Not stone, the crystal ball.
Okay. Make a perception check.
It's secretly on loan from Madame Ava.
You joke, but I'll take my notebook back, please. You do not see a crystal ball in the dark laboratory.
I have to do something differently to
Get another chance to roll. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm gonna use my familiar's light, just have it fly around the room and as it follows my gaze.
Oh, I love the idea of Lavina's light being distorted from all the glass in here.
Ooh.
That's really good. But
And
I don't think that's specifically going to help you find a crystal ball because it's a needle in a haystack situation.
I mean, it's a dark room. I'm increasing the amount of light in
You're
the
not
room.
increasing it because Lavina's been glowing the whole time, you said.
I mean, I'm having it follow my gaze as it goes around, so where I'm looking is lit up.
Still, glass refracts light, and there's a lot of glass. I'm not. That's not going to be enough.
Is there a light switch? No, of course not. It's a magical thing. It's not Temple of Gone where it has electricity.
Though, considering how much magical fuckery is in here, maybe there's a magical alternative to a light switch.
Is there?
Do you check?
I do check.
There is a panel on the wall with 5 sliders on it.
Oh no.
They are not labeled.
They're not labeled.
They are color-coded.
Color code. What are the colors?
Red, blue, green, yellow, white, and black. That was 6. There's 6 sliders.
Okay.
Time to try them all at once.
That's a wonderful idea. Do that.
Oh dear.
Try them all at once and don't bother to take note of their original position.
We're not playing Paradise in Limbo. We're playing into Waterdeep.
We're also not playing Mist.
If you have to know, you won't miss. Thank you, Rockham.
God, I'm
Thank you.
old.
Fuck, you move them all at once and cut to everyone standing outside with smoke coming out the door.
You joke, but yeah.
One of these things could be to like a giant lens that's gonna like magnify the moonlight and just light everything on fire.
I will take my notebook back, Birchmila. Stop it.
I will not!
Now I really don't want to mess with these switches.
Look, I can't turn off my genre savvy. There's no slider for genre savvy.
There is. It's right there on the wall.
You're just have to figure out which one it is. Is there some kind of check I could make?
Yes, there is. There is a check you could make.
Okay, what's the check?
If you just want to stare at these sliders and not do anything else, it will be an Arcana check with disadvantage.
I have a suggestion, if Kit will allow me to suggest it.
If you give me my notebook back, you can suggest whatever the fuck you want.
I do not have your notebook. I am conjecturing.
What you
I was
got?
going to suggest checking around the room for corresponding colors.
That is actually a good idea.
The room is
Okay,
dark.
there's a blue label on this giant lens. There's a yellow label on this pool of water. Why are these cards all purple?
That will be another perception check. Actually, that would be investigation. That's like the epitome of investigation.
You know what? I'll do investigation.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. So, there are corresponding colors around the room.
Cool.
You also see several, like, sconces set into the wall.
Several what?
Several, like, fire boxes, like glass lanterns, like, set into the wall.
What colors around them?
White.
White. I was going to guess white, but I got scared.
Coward.
Yeah, I'm gonna like tentatively. First is gonna tentatively reach for the white one and fight it.
Okay, so you slide it up, and yeah, there's a brief like sound as the flames catch, and then yeah, like soft light fills the whole room.
Now I'm gonna look around for the crystal ball.
Okay.
Like walk around and look this time.
Check. Do you have inspiration by any chance?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
haven't gotten it.
So, I think you're distracted by a tome that somebody left, like, at their seat open that's full of abyssal. Pardon me, infernal.
I don't have abyssal, so that would still interest me.
Pardon me, infernal.
Yeah. What does it say?
Something about Asmodeus?
Oh dear. That's slightly concerned. Is it like information about Asmodeus
Yeah.
or how to summon Asmodeus?
It's like information.
Okay.
Ah, so there's a warlock around here somewhere.
Probably, yeah.
And then this is
But I think you're distracted by that book, and you're like, wait a minute, I can read that. And you go to like reach for it, and you just like knock over an empty glass bottle, and it just like rolls precariously on the lab table, and you go to scramble to get it because you rolled a nat 1, and then it just like falls to the ground. There's a
oh fuck. No. Shit, I can't do a bonus action in that place, can I?
no,
I have
because
to do
you
a
rolled
what?
a nat 1.
Yeah. Shit. Was there anything in the bottle? Please tell me. You said it was empty.
It appeared to be empty.
Press D to clean it up.
You can't
Yes.
put the glass back together with Press D.
Where's Lawrence when you need him?
I know, but it's kind of like just clean it up and.
You cannot banish the glass with Press D.
But could he scoop it all into a pile?
Yeah, scoop it all into a
I
pile.
guess Mage Hand would make more sense.
Mage
than
hand
that.
would make more sense for that, yeah.
Yeah, Mage Hand, get it all up.
Okay.
They're like
you hear like
receptacle.
scraping on the floor, and you look up as you get it all together, and the broom like sweeps into the room and starts sweeping over to you.
And I think I set it back down for the broom to get.
Yeah, the broom just like shuffles the glass into itself, and like it's a broom. It has no like features at all, but it like stops sweeping, and its like handle turns towards you for just a second, and then it sweeps out of the room again.
Oh my god. Fucking judgy broom, god damn it.
Fucking judgy broom, yes.
Honestly, pulling me out here in the middle of the night, what are you even doing up?
Right?
I guess now I'm just gonna like, is there like cabinets or anything in here?
Yes, there are.
I'm gonna start searching through cabinet.
Okay. Make an
See if I can
investigation
find
check.
I can do investigation. I say as I roll in that
I
one.
was gonna say. Okay. You start looking through, and yeah, you see on like a blue silk pillow, you see a crystal ball set in like a pewter holder that's meant to look like a dragon's claw.
Nice.
And there's a little paper placard on the front that says Vistani seeing glass, and then in parentheses it says for those who don't care who may be watching.
That is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Because I know a bit
And it's got a little
Waterdeep.
date on it too when it was acquired.
Nice. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, it's heavy.
Wait, no, wait. Before I pick it up, I'm going to like test its weight so I know I don't drop it. Because I'm not gonna risk dropping this.
Valid. So it's not like it's not like you're not worthy enough to pick it up. It's not like Mjolnir. But it is.
I'm gonna cast
it is
Unseen Servant to help me lift this up.
Hang on, Skippy. It is a grapefruit-sized glass orb set in a solid pewter base. This thing weighs probably like multiple tens of pounds. I'm thinking like 30-40 pounds.
I'm casting Unseen Servant because I have a strength mod of -1.
Okay.
I'm not risking dropping this. This is irreplaceable.
Okay.
Would it be possible to use it without moving it from the shelf?
Maybe.
Guess I'm gonna try to use it
Okay.
without moving it from
Make
the
an
shelf.
Arcana check. Okay.
Oh boy!
Alright. You know how to use this. This item does not require attunement, and it allows you to cast scrying at will. However, it's also a beacon. This is a big specific magic item. With that roll of an Arcana check, like, you know, anybody who knows this is here, whenever the fuck they want, they could just be like, I want to scry on the Vistani Seer Glass.
Can they see what I'm scrying on?
Theoretically, yes.
This is risky. Who's gonna know aside from student that this is here?
The placard reads, for those who don't care who may be watching.
You right, Rockham. You right. I'm gonna like pull the brass hand out of my pocket,
Okay.
stare at it for a moment,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna use on it to scry for the nimble right, particularly the one that I saw running from the woman's apartment, basically, right?
Okay. Yeah, flat. So, are you in any way trying to shield your mind?
Based on what I've read, I would probably do my best to.
Okay.
Where's Trench when you need him?
Make
could
a
use his
wisdom
advice.
saving throw, and this will be the DC that someone needs to beat to see what you're doing.
Okay. I have proficiency with wisdom saving throws, thankfully.
Okay. Okay. Good roll. I'm going to roll against that.
Oh boy.
I think it is.
How do I whisper to the GM to ask a question in the roll chat?
Okay. You could just say it.
Which number is the one that's for this? Because there's two numbers, and I don't know which one. Okay.
No, I'm gonna roll against that. I'm gonna roll Arcana against that for this individual. Okay. So you only see your own face looking back at you. Do you activate the spell?
I do.
Okay. So you cast Scrying. You see, and I need to get this specifically right. While I'm looking this up, I have a question for the room, which is, does a Scrying spell let you supernaturally know the location that you're looking at, or you just have to react, like, you just have to recognize it?
Hang on, I have the spell right here. I've pulled it up now. You see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane as existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If the target knows you're casting a spell, it can fail to save voluntarily. On a successful save, the target is affected and you can't use this spell against it for the next 24 hours. On a failed save...
It says that you can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there.
Yeah.
Right, but you do not like, if you...
No,
okay.
It doesn't say you supernaturally know.
That's what I needed.
Though this has a list of the modifiers based on familiarity, if that means anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a -10 modifier if you have a bit of their body.
Which you do. It's not going to resist the spell because of the inherent enchantment on the seeing glass and on the fact that Pierce has a bit of it. So it's not that. I can tell you where it is, but I just needed to make sure that I didn't have to give you, like, 21 Downing Street, right? Like...
Yeah.
So you see the Nimblewright wearing a cloak, a dirty, like, ripped up cloak, under several bags of trash in a Waterdeep alley.
Damn it. Is there anything that I can see on its possession?
You remember how Nim was, like, just a pile of junk until it woke up?
Mm-hmm.
This is that.
Got it.
Yeah. You're not even sure if it's active. It might be dead.
I'm trying to think of what I can do from here, because this... I have an item that will let me see what I want to see. And what I wanted to see is now a dead end.
Could you try the stone itself?
I could, but then whoever looks over my shoulder knows where the stone is.
You could also
One way or another, it's
scry-
not gonna be where it is.
You can also scry on Lawrence.
Valid.
Could.
You could scry the kids.
I think. This is a very powerful tool. I think.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, like if someone's looking for these kids as well, and someone looks over my shoulder, they just know where they are. They know as much as I know.
Theoretically, yes.
Though you're in the building practically on your own.
I'm within 10 feet of the nimble, right?
What?
The sensor is within 10 feet of it, right?
You mean the scrying sensor?
Yes.
Effectively, yeah.
What do I see from the alleyway, like towards the street?
It's nothing you recognize, but it's definitely Waterdeep. Looks like the docks district.
Can you make out a street sign?
Is there a sign?
There is probably a sign. I don't know specifically what it is. I also don't think it's relevant. Yeah, like you could probably find the area. It would take some legwork, but yeah, you could probably find it.
Hey.
What'll it be?
Think I'm gonna risk it.
Okay.
I'm gonna scry for the stone.
Just try for the stone? I don't think you can.
It's
We know it's
technically a
there.
creature. It's technically a creature. I can.
Right, but what I mean is I don't believe the Stone of Galore can be scryed on, and I believe you were told that.
Oh, it has non-detection.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I thought Rashal told you that.
I didn't.
He did,
remember
we just forgot.
Okay, yeah.
Forgot.
Well, Pierce would know. Like, you can't scry on the stone.
Yeah. Can't do that.
There are so many high profilers that this would be useful for, but at the same time, could just know you're looking at them and we'd be fucked.
If I scry on Lawrence,
In
I'm
fairness,
risking
you're
putting
in
more.
Blackstaff Tower. Like, there are worse places to piss someone off in. Like,
See,
I
here's
wonder what Mert's doing at this given moment.
Do we really want to know?
I really don't want to know what Mert's doing in the middle of the damn night.
Scry on Merc, catch him in the bath. Like I
We're
said,
all
we don't want to know.
right here.
Or do something completely out of the blue, like knitting or something.
I could see that.
I can see
Beating a
Mert
child.
sewing, yeah.
He's doing cross stitch.
Pierceable?
I think I'm trying to think of what I could scry on next. Like, how close can I get the sensor to them?
To who?
To the nimble right that's there.
You can't really move the sensor. It just kind of, like, appears.
Okay.
It's not a drone. There's a different spell that's basically a drone. It's just not invisible. It's called Magic Eye.
Okay.
Oh, is there static on my mic? Am I exploding?
You got a little bit.
No, you are a little.
Hmm?
You got an accent of static on you.
It sounds like there's somebody running a tap behind you.
There actually might be someone running a tap behind me. 1 second.
I don't want to scry on Lawrence, because if I scry on Lawrence, the mansion like says "fuck you," Lawrence is dead. I'm going to bet money on it that Manchun has true sight at some way.
Check.
And you're good.
You sound good.
You're good.
Cool.
And you can see the fucking scrying spell with true sight.
All I can imagine is you scry and all you hear is "no fair cheating," and Lawrence falls over dead.
Yeah.
So are you going to risk it for the
sounds
biscuit?
a little immature. That sounds a little immature for a near all-powerful wizard.
You have a lot of things you could be scrying on right now, Percival.
I do.
Unroll the list.
I am kind of
We
wondering where
could be
Trent
looking
is.
for the source of the brains.
I am, but I don't have a name connected to it. Can I just scry for intellect devours in the city?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on, wait, I just... Can they do anything to me if I scry on them?
You don't know.
Can I, like, recall whatever bit I've read about them?
Make an
or
Arcana
at all?
check.
I did my own, are you sure?
Intellect devours
If-
specifically cannot affect you if you scry on them.
Okay.
Until they track you down and
Where
eat
they
you.
come from.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Where they come from, on the other hand.
Then, yeah, I'm a scry.
You want to scry on a random intellect devourer?
Yeah, well, like flipping channels, right? Till I find where they're coming from. Like, not below, not deep below ground, but like in the sewers. To see where they're coming from.
Are you...
Can he look for the largest collection of them?
Yes, that would be Under
Like-
Mountain.
I don't want to look at Undermountain. I don't. Oh, wait.
Keep your Undermountain to yourself.
Oh, fuck.
Like,
I know who I could scry on.
okay.
Hmm?
I'm gonna do the intellect devourer thing first, but I know who I'm scrying on.
So
now.
you're just scrying on a random intellect devourer.
In the city, not underground, because if there's an
A
intellect devourer
random
in a person, if there's intellect devourer in a person, we know who to go for.
Kind of a shotgun approach to it.
Alright, fine. You want to scry on a random intellect devourer in the city. Fine.
And then if we can,
fine.
then if we can track that air quotes person down, we can pump them for information about the rest of the intellect devourers.
Make your wisdom save.
Jesus.
Okay.
I can feel the pain within Kit.
No, I'm fine. You only see yourself reflected in the crystal ball. Make an Arcana check. Okay.
Jump.
I think you see, like, we fade in when you're either underground or in a dark room. You see two, like, furred goblinoids in, like, rusty mail armor with shields and hand axes standing in front of a door, and the one that the orb, like, focuses on just, like, scratches his side and belches.
Huh. Anything particularly interesting about the room that I can see?
They're standing in front of a closed door.
Okay. That approach didn't really work.
Time
I'm
to
like,
find a different intellective hour.
yeah, right.
If you want to do that, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, make another wisdom save.
And the Arcana.
Yeah, make your scrying check. So this time, I think you see, like, it's a dude. He's human. He's got like dark hair and brown eyes, like pale skin. He's wearing like a black leather chest piece with a dark green cloak over it. And he's just like sitting like in a chair in the devil may care style, where he's sitting like backwards in the chair, and he's got a potato in one hand and a knife in the other, and he's just slicing off the potato and popping it in his mouth.
Can I say anything about the area he's in?
Raw potato?
I like raw potato.
Yeah, what you on about? Raw potato's nice.
Agreed.
I've actually never had raw potato.
Is there anything significant about him that I would recognize, or the location?
He looks to be in a storage room of some kind.
I will get back to this. I know who I'm scrying on next.
Okay. So the image.
I have a question.
Okay.
Sorry, just about scrying in general.
Mm-hmm.
If you know of a position within like a specific group, are you able to
Like what?
slide like the Doom the
Doom Raiders.
Doom Raiders. If you know about that position, can you slide? Or can you like shift your scrying amongst the people that hold that title?
Yes, but anyone that you don't know gets a massive modifier. It's like
Okay.
plus 10 to resist. On top of what they would normally have. So it's very hard to scry on something you don't know. It's possible, but it's hard.
Right.
However, Pierce has bigger problems.
Oh god.
Because when the screen of the dude in the chair, like eating the potato, fades, reflected in the glass is not your reflection anymore.
What?
It is an orb. A blue orb with a gold center and 8 eye stalks coming off of it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. Fuck.
Hope you got another sheet ready, Pierce. I hope you have another sheet ready, Pierce.
The beholder,
We'll miss you.
looking back at you, squints, and yeah, that's what you see.
Can I stop it and like turn the orb off?
The orb is off. That's what happened when the vision faded.
Oh boy.
What do you do?
It sees the same effectiveness that I see.
Yeah, basically.
Hey. It doesn't know who I am, where I am.
I mean, it probably knows where you am.
I mean, aside from that, just
It's like squint. It's like the beholder that is staring at you has a look of confusion on its face as it's like squinting and like waving its eye stalks around, trying to figure out what it's looking at.
shrug and walk away.
You just walk away. Okay. So I'm gonna need you. Hang on.
Roll initiative.
No.
Bye, Pierce.
I'm so scared. I don't know what I've done.
You have tampered with the force that someone.
I was gonna scry on my friend next that I'm searching for, but
How
fuck,
in the
fuck.
absolute butts does this guy not have magic? I know for a fact this guy has spells. Wizards. What?
Shit.
Technically, that boy wouldn't have. Well, he might.
Is it through like scrolls and rings and stuff?
Oh, is it? Okay. What's the save to resist?
It's the big old.
What's the save to resist sending? Is it wisdom?
I don't think sending has a resistance.
Okay, so.
But the most logical leap would be wisdom.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh god, is there just a plague of sending spelled junk mail in Waterdeep?
Probably. So. So
you may have won 1,000 gold.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give this guy advantage because he's not trying to hurt you, but he is expending a good amount of effort to get this message to you. So as you walk away, you just hear in your head, Wait! Who are you?
I'm just someone looking for my friend. I can't find him.
I can help you.
Oh my god!
Bad touch.
Nope.
I would like a medium nope with the side of nope.
with some extra nope on top. And some bonus, fuck that.
I think he steps over to the orb and smiles and says, "No, thank you. I think I got this." Like, mentally.
Yeah, Percival,
Yes.
I like you. I do.
I'm not taking help from the beholder. I'm not taking help from the beholder.
That's fine. That's fine. As your DM and also as your friend, don't walk back into frame where he can see your face when you tell him no.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not in. Okay, yeah, not in frame when I tell him no.
It's like, I'm just gonna come back over here, look him dead in the eye, and be like, "Go fuck yourself, Xanathar."
I'm gonna like stay out of frame completely, just like.
let me just burn my image into all 9 of your retina forevermore. Like, do you want to get got? Because that's how you get got, son.
Yeah, no, thank you. I think I'm just like out of frame. I'm just like very genuinely.
I'm sorry. I looked at the chat log. Brightwind. # pro gamer move.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. All serious. Okay. I appreciate everything you've done for me, Kit, up until this point. I'm gonna stay out of frame. Be like, thank you. I really appreciate the offer. This isn't something you can help with.
So what just happened here is you were trying to call your missing friend and you accidentally called mob boss.
It was I'm gonna look at brain. I'm gonna look at intellect devour infected people. Okay, this isn't working. Turn it off. Hi, Xanathar. Hey, want some help?
No, this is like disappointedly after looking at the scene. Okay, I want to find my friend. I want to find my friend. That's what he's thinking about when Xanathar's face pops up. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
and instead
Pierce walked away. He was like, "Nope, no anything to do with that." And then Nightfall, the derp Sune,
almost make him go back.
Goes, "I walk back to the fucking Seeing Stone to tell Xanathar no to his face." Like, roll to not explode, Nightfall.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I
roll for death ray.
I stay out of the range of the orb, just like way the fuck over here, ready to cast counterspell, whatever bullshit I can, shield, misty step, whatever I have to do, just like out of range.
Okay, so you're just like no thanks. Yeah, make a save. Make a save.
Of what?
Hey, hey, Gracie. I feel like you'd know the answer to this. What's Dominate Monster save?
Oh, I know that one actually. Wisdom.
It's Wisdom? Cool.
Mhm.
Do you happen to know what Xanathar's saving throw is?
High.
Can I cast
I know his
Counterspell?
DC is high.
Yes, you can.
Also,
I'm gonna try
Dominate
Counterspell
Monster-
first, cause fuck.
Would it?
I don't know if Dominate Monster would work on a person though.
Dominate Monster works on anything. That's why it's a higher level spell than Dominate Person.
Yes, but the range is only 60 feet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the range is only 60 feet. It's fucking Xanathar.
Oh, so
Xanathar, it said that beholders of higher intelligence can kind of get fucky with magic.
Yeah, like if
What level is this spell?
you don't know.
A beholder that tames its magical nature is effectively a sorcerer with infinite sorcery points.
Yeah, Xanathar is very much a sorcerer beholder. Like, that's his shtick. What level of counterspell are you casting?
The max I can, 3.
Okay. So, what happens if you cast counterspell against a spell?
Against a higher level.
Yeah.
I have to make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell fails and has no effect.
Okay. So, DC 15.
Okay. That's a lot better than I was hoping for. A lot better than I was expecting.
He's not going to expend a 9th level spell slot on your ass.
Okay, cast it with level 3. Okay, what do I do from here? So spellcasting ability, is it intelligence? So I need to make.
So it's just proficiency plus a d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
So Arcana check?
Sure. Let's go with that.
I think that's proficiency plus. Yeah.
That's fine. If you just want to roll that, and if you get higher than 15, you're Chauncey. Ooh.
Fuck.
So I'm gonna need that wisdom save. Oh boy.
That was a clench.
I still don't know if that's right or not. I don't know if that did it or not because.
That's not. No, it's not gonna do it. No.
Oh no.
So I think yeah. You say no, thank you. You feel your body walk back to the orb. You look into it. You see the blue beholder, and then you hear yourself say, "Percival Averill, Captain of Force Grey," and then it fades.
What? Oh, fuck.
Well done.
I'm sorry, what did I just miss?
Pierce got
Your
dominated.
phone. And not the fun way.
Sorry, Pierce. I'll regret clobbering you later.
Xanathar will remember this.
Yeah, little pop up. Xanathar will remember this.
Do you still want to scry? Hey, at least it wasn't my Shun that popped up.
I know, but the Star Cube was just as bad. Even
Okay,
considerably worse.
no, Manchun showing up probably would have been better.
So here's the thing. I want to offer you some perspective, Nightfall. Like, yes, this is bad. Lex Luthor now knows your name. But the only thing he caught you scrying on was your dude eating a potato. Of course you're in Force Grey. You're in the Blackstaff Tower.
I mean, okay, fair.
Like, yeah, he's got your number, but he's got the number of most of the mages in Waterdeep with good reason.
He, like
Xanathar just did that because he doesn't like being told no. He didn't do that because you're a PC. He doesn't know.
Okay, so he doesn't know I'm, like, coming for him later.
No, at least not as far as you know. He just did that because you were like, who are you using this thing in the middle of the night? And you're just like, I'm not gonna tell you. He was just like, yes, you are, because she's fucking petty.
That's fair. Okay, so this isn't as bad as I thought. I'm not dead yet, as far as I know.
Yet.
He's got your number, but I mean, so does half of Waterdeep at this point.
Right. Time to give Hallister Blackcloak my number.
Keep scrying and you might. Because, like, of course the super powerful Magi boys are gonna scry on Blackstaff Tower at every opportunity. Vajra Shafar is better than them. Like, do I need to reiterate Vajra Safar's place in the hierarchy of mages in all of Faerun? Because I will.
I will say this.
There are 2 people stronger than Vajra Safar. 2.
And I am on the list of people Hallister sent letters to.
Yep.
3 if you count DM.
Okay, valid. But I don't. I count Elminster, who is stronger than everyone by definition, and Hallister Blackcloak. That's it. Vajra Safar kicks Mordenkainen's ass, she kicks Xanathar's ass, she kicks Manshoon's ass, she kicks her own ass, like...
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. You kind of gotta be powerful to not only have dated the previous Blackstaff and been their student, but then to become the new Blackstaff.
To say nothing of what she's done as her tenure as a Blackstaff.
Right. Which, by the way, that's something I learned from Sibs from the books.
Yep. So, naturally, anyone who has beef with Vajra Safar, which is everybody short of Tiamat, arguably Tiamat, if they see a ping light up in Blackstaff Tower, and they're like, oh shit, that's an unshielded scrying spell, of course they're gonna look at it. But I mean, they're just as likely to see ancient Vajra Safar secrets as some first year looking at scrying porn. Like...
I am entirely...
I promise you there's a market for that.
Oh, 100%.
I'm sorry,
convinced.
just the idea.
It's just a place that does stuff that's open 24/7 for people to do stuff, and you can just
Moving on.
I'm entirely convinced they tell the first years about the scrying orb so they can catch them when they try and use it for something creepy.
Absolutely, 100%. Like, again, it is bad that Xanathar just got you to do that. But I guarantee you, when he severed the connection, he was like, aha, I have you now. Who the fuck was that?
I have you.
Yeah, we're big name. We're a big name.
What the fuck do I do with you?
I'm reminded of the time that Lex Luthor and Wally West switched bodies.
And he was like, finally, I get to find out who the Flash is. Lowers the mask. I have no idea
who this is.
Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like one of the things that happened in a Miles Morales comic. Just demask.
Who the fuck?
Wait. You're not Peter. Who the hell are you? I believe part of the line was not to sound like that kind of guy. I thought you were white.
You were good into the last line. So anyway,
it's
moving right along.
Messy. Yeah. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna just... Pierce is just shoulder slumped, dejected, and just closes the cabinet and sits for a moment.
Okay.
And eventually he's gonna get up and just start walking back to the entrance and out. Wait, I gotta deliver the keys back.
Okay.
Fuck.
I mean, you could keep them. You see, I am. If you want to say the sentence, just walk out. I will accept that.
Pierce,
I'm gonna walk back to the door where Usher was.
you're a conjuration wizard, right?
Yes.
You don't need to see these keys again.
You right. Hold on.
Oh, that'd go well.
Hold on. I'm gonna wait a second. I'm gonna take a moment to look over these keys. There's no way that these aren't protected magically.
Yeah, but isn't the ability any
I'm
any
gonna use
object
my
you are familiar with?
amulet. I'm gonna use my amulet. It recharges once per day. I'm gonna cast Identify on this set of keys.
Okay. What do you want to know about the keys?
Are they magical, and if so, what kind of magic?
They are magical. They are heavily magical. They are an artifact level enchantment. I've been referring to these as the keys to the kingdom. Basically, the key that opened the door to this lab is enchanted to open any mundane lock.
Wow.
The other keys are coded to specific magical locks.
That's cool.
That is cool. I would like to hazard a guess that the door for this this room has no key that works.
Probably not.
They probably lost the key and like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And Vajra like groans and pulls a key out of her drawer, like, here.
Mm-hmm. They're also enchanted with Unseen Servant, which is how they got here in the first place.
Ah.
Can I copy them as a mundane version?
Yeah, but they won't do anything.
Oh, you're right. Because they're magically linked to the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Except maybe as a decoy.
Well, no, because it specifically says items you conjure are obviously magical manifestations.
Never mind.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna deliver it back to Vajra.
You go back to the door, knock on it. The flashes stop. Vajra opens the door again. Pushes her goggles up.
Thank you.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Sorta. I know where the Nimblewright is. It's
What is insight intelligence?
wisdom.
It's wisdom? Okay.
Do I have to roll against it?
Just tell me what you think the DC would be.
At most 14.
Okay. She rolled substantially higher than that.
Oh boy.
And she takes the keys from you. And she does that thing where she, like, doesn't let go of your hand right away. And she says, "What did you see?"
Just no leads. Nothing. It's under a pile of stupid trash. He's just like very frustrated.
Did you look
Like
around?
his frustration's stemming from something else.
Right.
But he's really frustrated that the lead leads to a pile of trash. The stupid Nimblewright's just in the stupid dot district under a pile of trash.
Then you know where you need to go. But something else happened.
He sits back against the wall and just slumps down, head in hands.
What happened, Pizzle? Hello?
I scryed for other things I was looking for, and outcomes weren't that great.
She like opens the door, steps out, closes the door behind her. You see she's got like the black staff on her back and like a holster. She says, "Saw something you didn't want to?"
Rather, couldn't find something.
She squints at you. I can make you tell me. I don't want to.
I'd rather you didn't. It's
What happened?
I feel like Pierce would tell the truth here.
Okay.
I really do feel it. I don't want Pierce to tell the truth, but I feel like Pierce would tell the truth because of who he is.
Okay.
I was dejected about finding the damn thing in a pile of trash. I wanted to get something done with the lead I had, and then I had this thing right in front of me that could show me what I needed to see.
And?
I had to search for the people in Waterdeep who had been affected by the intellect devours.
She nods.
And there was a card with the orb.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say his name? Do I
No.
even know who that is?
No. You know it was a
Do I
big
know
blue
it?
beholder.
Do I know what a beholder is?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Only the first day you guys got to Waterdeep.
It was like it was blue eye. Wanted nothing to do with it, but
She like stops you. She like puts a hand on your shoulder, and she's like laughing to herself. She's like very quietly chuckling. She says, "Oh, him."
Whoa!
And you lift your face to look at her, and she's smiling, and she's like chuckling in her throat. She shakes her head. She says, "Don't worry about him. He tries anything. I'll cast an anti-magic field around him and starve him to death."
Oh shit! Basra is out of fire.
Dude.
oh boy. Hey,
There's a reason he scryed on you, and not me.
I see.
Now, granted, if you go poking your nose around Skullport, yes, alright, he's dangerous. But, and she takes her hand off your shoulder and like sweeps it around the hallway. Not here. Laughable, really.
He nods, kind of perking up a bit. I guess I took that as a bit of a warning not to be more careful.
Good.
I was gonna scry for something else, but I thought better of it.
Lawrence?
No. He shakes his head.
No?
There's a bit of a reason I came to Waterdeep in the first place, and it wasn't just my friends. I'm looking for someone. I can't find them. I don't know where to look. And I think there's not much hope left.
It would be a perfect time to tell her about the letters.
Percival,
He looks up at her.
where do the mages who pass through Waterdeep go? Even if they don't
sorry,
want to.
what?
Where do the mages who pass through Waterdeep go? Even if they don't want to.
He tilts his head. I'm confused by that question. I don't know if Pierce is. I don't know the context.
Remember that whole rigmarole you had to go through when you first got here?
Yes.
Who keeps the registry of mages?
Oh, fuck. Wait. Vasha.
She raises an eyebrow again.
It's Vasha that keeps the registry, correct?
Well,
Out of
it's
character.
Blackstaff Tower.
Yeah, Blackstaff Tower. I don't remember his name out of character. Fuck. Shit. It's our equivalent of fucking Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, basically.
I guarantee if I search your DMs for Draco, I'm gonna find it. No, it's not there. What about Malfoy? Nope. Okay, heck. I don't remember his name, but I will find it.
Cool. So in the meantime, Vasha says, if you're looking for someone, we can be of assistance, but we've got bigger problems right now. The fate of all Waterdeep, not one person.
He nods.
This is bigger than you, bigger than me. As I've said before, I have no right to ask you to do what we're planning to do. But let's settle that matter first.
He nods. Are you sure that this will work?
No.
It's the best plan we got. Shy of Ask the Stone how to beat Manchun.
She laughs. I mean, I could fight the bastard. He'd probably like that. But if I lose,
Someone has to win.
I'm going to repeat something I don't say often, Percival. I picked it up from a traveling bard. If ever you find
Makes
yourself in a fair fight, reevaluate.
You asshole.
Dang it, Kit!
Dang it, kid. God damn it.
Hey,
I thought you were about to do a Tristan thing there, but no.
What
I
makes
sort
you
of-
think I wasn't?
I think I'm the only one without context.
Kit always says if it's a fair fight, reevaluate.
You son of a bitch.
That's called making your entire mod team take psychic damage.
Yep, yeah, it is. Well done.
Psychic damage, nothing. That was a good chuckle.
He nods to her and goes to stand. Struggling a bit because he's tired and carrying a now heavy backpack as well.
Oh yeah. She takes the keys from you. Can I drop you somewhere?
The Bookworm's treasure would probably be the best place.
Do they know you're coming?
you can drop me outside.
As you like. She pulls the black staff off of her back. Poof, on the ground like Gandalf. Rift in reality opens between the two of you.
He steps through.
Yeah, you step
Thank
through.
you.
Yep. And you're standing in front of the bookworm. About the time that Connie and Esvile are arguing because Esvile wants to go out and look for you, and Connie is like, we can't get into Blackstaff Tower. That you two have probably been going at it for the last, 20 minutes.
Do they see the flash of blue light?
Probably yes. So you hear shouting from inside. Salcom and Braden probably trying to calm the girls down, and then silence as the portal closes behind you.
And then from inside you hear, "Thank the gods."
And also from Braden, you just hear impeccable timing.
Walks up to the door.
Yeah, you open the
pushes it
door.
open.
Yeah, you open the door, and it's much the same scene that we left off.
Except now, there's a very tired and borderline depresso Pierce.
Yes.
Where have you been, Pierce? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You look exhausted, for one thing.
Fine is not what I would describe your look as.
You're late for another.
What happened?
Yes, and
I think this is the first time that Pierce has seen Esvile in the Black Viper getup without the mask on. Because remember, she took the cowl off.
Yeah, he blinks and then doesn't say what he was going to say, and then turns to Tony. I'm fine. I went to the Blackstaff Tower. I then went to the Temple of Gon, and then went back to Blackstaff Tower. I technically know where the Nimblewright is.
Great, where is he?
I don't like hearing technically.
In the dock ward.
Right, Brayden, let's go.
I think Braden pulls out his map and it's like, okay, what was the name of the area?
Yeah, Esvile's already putting her cowl back on.
There's a butt coming, isn't there?
It weighs under a pile of trash.
It doesn't matter. What was the name of the area? We'll go get it.
And still the place on the map. Wait, hang on, wait, no. Does the map have street names on it?
That's the thing. You saw the name of a business. It probably wouldn't be on Braden's map, but Esvile probably would know it.
Yeah, I'd rattle off the name.
Oh, I know where that is. Ward 13. Let's go.
It looks.
Hey.
Try to find Ward 13.
Pierce is already slumped down in a chair. Hey.
The Black Viper's got the door open. She's like, "Come on, Braden."
Viper,
What?
you're certain in your theory that it still be at Growlhund, right?
Not anymore. Why?
I was considering taking a look.
I mean, we'll probably need you to lift the thing, so you might as well come along.
Can you
Pierce
keep up?
is
He looks back at Esvile and then looks back at Rock. No, so
Salcom, yeah.
Pierce is pushing off the heavy pack. And then
Seriously,
getting
can he
that
keep
heat.
up?
if we stick to the streets, probably.
I can keep up, but I'd have to be on
If we're going to that ward, if we're going to the dock ward, we don't need to go separated.
I mean,
Whoever has the stone probably has enough manpower to fuck with the Growlhounds when they were.
We're not getting into.
She closes the door.
We're not getting into a fight. Brayden and I are the fastest. We'll go retrieve the stone and come back.
Assuming
The stone's not on the Nimblewright. We just know where the Nimblewright is, and that's our lead.
All right. So
we need information from the thing, not the actual stone, because they'll all have it.
But what about the case where this thing is under the trash because someone made sure it was trash.
You make it sound like we're going to be caught.
I'm trying to make it sound like this Nimblewright, may be a chunk of metal for us to sell by the time it gets here.
If we brought it back to the House of Inspired Hands, do you think they could put it back together? So we could, ask it what the fuck happened?
As Vili, holds up a finger.
I have an obvious question, because I'm apparently behind the rest of you.
Okay.
Can the damn thing talk?
Technically, no, but it can do, sign language. And the only person that can understand it is...
Someone from the House of Inspired Hands.
Can it write, letters and words?
I'm sorry. I'm not understanding. The thing that you know is in Ward 13 is the same thing that Brayden and I saw at Growlhorn Villa, yes?
Yes.
Which is not the same thing that Miss Gambleson and yourself previously encountered at the Temple of God, right?
They're
No.
two different Nimblewright.
Then how do we know this one can talk?
We don't, but it's the best thing we got.
It's the absolute best thing we got. Going alone is an awful idea.
I'm not
That's why
going
I
alone.
said
Brayden's going with me.
I'm gonna go with them.
If you can keep up.
If I can get on the rooftop, I can.
I think Brain just hands him the map, and it's like, if you can't keep up, at least we'll be there.
Right.
At least we can scout the area.
And she keeps giving you a look are we really waiting for him?
Just be sure you're on the roofs too, because this could get messy for me. If I don't know where I'm going, that is.
Hence why I gave you the map. Stay at the streets and just make your way there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can make it even easier. Go towards the water. Hard to miss.
I can't do that. Problem is, there are two sides of Waterdeep with water.
At least you'll be in the right area.
I'll meet you guys there.
Hey, okay, let's go.
Yeah. So she throws open the door, out she goes.
I'm out after her.
Yep. So, Sockham and Pierce and Connie, the rogues have departed, which sounds like a preteen romance novel.
Yes, it does.
You say that, it pretty much is.
You right.
So with those two out the door, I think Connie's like, so what else happened?
Agreed. Time to spill the beans, Pierce.
I tried. I was told to use. Vajra was busy working on our plan, and so she couldn't do the scrying for me. I was given the keys to the divination lab, and I went and used this orb that they had. Crystal ball, to be exact. But it let me scry on whatever I deemed. It let me see what I needed.
Okay, so
But if I didn't shield myself properly, whatever I was scrying on could then look back at me. Or whoever wanted to look back at me could look. Whoever wanted to look at me could.
Who looked at you?
I didn't try to look at Lawrence. I knew that was a bad idea.
Pierce, who looked at you?
I tried to search for the people affected by the intellect devourers.
Okay, but
Did Vajra tell me the name of this fucker?
No, she just referred to him as him.
It was.
I mean, technically, it's an.
I mean, yes. It was a beholder. It casts some spell. It offers its help, and I tried to tell it no, and then it got mad.
Remind me, a beholder is a much bigger of that little gazer thing we got rid of, right?
And much more dangerous.
Much more dangerous. It.
So what I'm hearing is you pissed off Big Papa.
Yes, but all it did was make me tell it my name. But that's still a lot.
Forces of magic, from what we've learned from Rachel, do a lot with just a name.
Yeah. So let's hopefully not get on its bad side any more than we have.
Yeah. It made me think better about looking for my friend with the orb. I was
Because
about to.
If your friend is where you seem to think he is, then you would have got spied on even harder. And then guess where you'd be?
He pulls out the letter that was addressed to him. He already wants me.
Exactly my point.
But I'm not sure what we're gonna do if we can't find the stone around this nimble, right?
Well,
Simple, really. We'll rip Waterdeep brick by brick to save our brother.
we do have a few other threads. Trench mentioned finding the Growlhund kids, so maybe they might know something. If they're still alive.
I didn't think about scrying for them, but I can go back tomorrow. I'm just was really shaken up after that.
Pierce, is the looking back at someone a sort of magical effect?
Yes. It.
Can you take me to whatever you use to scry?
I can.
Believe you me, I have a better chance of not being looked at. I know how that sounds. I do. But for once, I know what I'm talking about.
I'd probably have a pretty good chance to remember our conversation with Trench.
You're right.
There's a great person to ask to scry for you, Vincent Trench.
You
True!
right, actually.
But we can't find him right now.
No, because he's in the middle of a thing.
We would have
We could go to the Growlhund Villa and maybe get a burned possession or something.
Here's an idea.
We could go.
Hey, there's what I was about to say.
We could go get like. There's bound to be like a toy or something left in the rubble.
Pierce, this won't make any sense, but I asked for help from someone recently, and sufficient to say, they've given us probably our greatest weapon yet.
He raises a brow.
I'm not allowed to explain, but trust me, I can do the scrying.
What are you referring
Here's
to exactly?
suspiciously.
Oh, you're referring to Durnan.
Mm-hmm. The ring Durnan gave me.
You're suspiciously.
We only have it for 3 days. We have to use it as much as we can until then.
We have 3 days until Lawrence is dehydrated.
Exactly my point.
Less than 3 days.
Less than 3 days.
Less
We
than-
have 2 days.
So you should probably go help them carry that nimble right.
Pierce looks to Connie. Do you want to go search for a possession of one of the children at the
Let's go.
villa? He nods. He sets the big heavy pack down so he doesn't have to carry it.
Yeah, this big ass pack. You still have not explained this big ass clunky pack.
What is that, by the way?
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. No.
You absolute bastard!
Did you just mouse kick Cola?
Holy shit!
Well
You
done.
just mouse kicked Cola.
Yes, he did! Holy shit! Percival saw his chance and he fucking took it. Oh!
It's like a mechanical feather fall. I don't really know.
I'm just saying there's a ripcord on the front of it.
Huh. Wonder how it works.
I don't know, but I'm not going to try to use it until I need
I
it.
really, really want you to pull that in the middle of Rochelle's shop. It would be incredible.
Oh,
Right,
if
so
only,
the plan
if
so the
only
plan now
I
is you
had
two are going.
a compel mechanic.
Oh.
So the plan right now is you two are going to the Growlhund Villa. You're
The
going to
wreckage of the Growlhund Villa.
right, and you're going to what exactly?
We're going to try to find a possession of the children, because if you have a possession of who you're scrying on, it makes scrying easier.
I see. That'll be useful. So then you'll get that. I'll bring the remains of the nimble right here, and then you and
Tie
I
it up.
will head
Tie.
out to scry.
Tie
And
it up.
yes, we'll tie it up.
Because it can it can pretend to be dead.
That's awful.
I mean,
It's
in
like-
absolute fairness, so can you.
Yeah, and also Connie has a spell called False Life. Or, not False Life, Feign Death.
You also have a spell called False Life.
I always get them mixed up.
Necromancy.
But yeah, no,
Anywho.
Song can also pretend to be dead, so like...
Sock doesn't like the implication that
Sock
Okay.
fucking swims, so
Sock
he
doesn't-
probably does the thing where he tries to float face down
you
and
do.
trick Rockham, and Rockham's like, no, fuck you.
But Sockham doesn't like the implication that something made that much out of metal is alive enough to pretend to be dead.
Congratulations, you share that opinion with most of Waterdeep.
He's creeped out by it. If Sockham encountered a Warforged, he would be afraid.
What is
He'd make
the
a cool friend, but he'd be scared.
what is the Waterdavian equivalent of the Turing test?
The Waterdavian equivalent of the Turing test is basically Gond.
Yeah!
Oh, that'll do it.
Like, literally, Gond could be like, that's a robot. That one's alive. Why? They look the same. Did I stutter, mortal?
Did I fucking stutter?
And then you and I, Percival, will head to Blacksouth and look for the children.
Aye.
Oh, we haven't checked in with Rainier yet, have we?
Nope.
We should, you and I should probably stop in briefly on the way to the Growlhund.
I think he'd be asleep. He's pretending to be a part of the work crew, isn't he?
Yes, but, you know, we said we'd fill him in, and then we haven't.
Then yeah, we
Unless you
can.
want to do it in the morning.
I mean, whatever works. it wouldn't change either way. Q is Vilay's Batman symbol spinning.
Right. So yeah, so Brayden, you and Asvile are like running the rooftops as you're wont to do. Are you just like chatting like you usually do, or are you quiet?
I think Braden's surprisingly quiet because.
Okay, then I think we just fade in on Asvile bitching. like we just fade in on just full girlfriend rant. She's just like,
If it wasn't the ridiculous sum of money, I could understand them not wanting to trust me, but... Are you listening?
I get that. Braden snaps back to reality. So, what? Sorry, what? Kind of focused on trying to find my brother here.
she sighs, like stops on rooftop side. Like it's a completely domestic conversation, except for the fact that you're both in black leather jumping between rooftops of Waterdeep. She says,
I appreciate that Rockham said that I was a KnightLite, but
she's terrible with y'all's names. This has been established.
they're not going to accept me, Brayden. They're not.
You keep saying that, but
I keep being proven right. Moreover,
She like stops, glances back behind her.
he's not coming.
he should. He'll meet us there at very least. I know he will. The thing's pretty much made of metal. The chances of the two of us lifting it is slim.
Why are we lifting it exactly?
The chances of it having the stone are pretty much non-existent. We need to get information out of it if it's not completely busted.
And if it can't
And if
bloody
it is-
talk,
We know where we can take it to get information out of it.
so given that you listen to reason, I have a better idea.
Go ahead.
She's like puts a hand on her hips, shakes her head.
If it doesn't have the stone, while we're out, we go and get it.
And he just looks at her like, it just gives her the look of just like dumbfounded. It's like, okay, that'd be a great idea. However, we don't know where it is. Not even got a clue where it is.
No, we don't know. But I have a clue. Or rather, I know the steps to take to get a clue.
Narrows eyes. Go on.
So, looking at the information that your siblings, that's still strange, Brayden, gave me, I've been puzzling through it while we waited for Percival. We know that Growlhund had the stone, which, did you know that when we went there? Because we could have just taken it.
If I did, I would have searched for it.
Gave it to the Nebelride, providing that it's not in the rubble. I'm not convinced that it's not, but let's say that the Nebelride took it and fled. Odds are very good it doesn't have it anymore, and it handed it off to one of Lady Growlhund's allies. Ergo, all we have to do is find who Lady Growlhund had dealings with.
Well, I know one of the potential. Unfortunately.
Go on.
And I think he does that shifty looks around. It's like Samathar. Apparently, she was planning on handing it off to him. Whatever.
Well, that makes it easier.
Unfortunately, aye.
No,
The thing about that is that if the Nimblewright went to him, it would probably not be up here.
And she nods and like points. She says,
there's only one way into Undermountain
Aye.
that we know of. Like, obviously there's other ways, but there's... I doubt Lady Growlhund would be connected to anything in the sewers, which leaves the Yawning Portal. Does Durnan have it?
No. We've told him about it and he would have give it.
Did
if he did.
Durnan send the Nimblewright down into the portal?
I'm pretty sure we mentioned to him about we
you
were
did.
looking for the Nimblewright.
"You did, you did."
We did. Aye. We mentioned to him and no, he hadn't seen it.
Then, there's got to be an agent of Xanathar somewhere in the city, which, again, a given. All we have to do is find out which one. Let's go interrogate a bugbear!
Sounds like an album title.
She wants nothing to do with this robot.
She
Pretty
wants
much.
nothing to do with Sockham, is the point.
Let's find a hobgoblin or something and, you know, tickle its ribs.
The chances of something that low down the line knowing of a powerful artifact
No,
is
She
slim.
like holds up a finger in like a weight gesture.
not a powerful artifact. A shining metal man. Servants talk, Brayden.
Fair. Oh, considering the Grillhounds were connected to the Black Network, it's just fairly reasonable one of them would know. I doubt it would be Zaraj because he attacked the place.
We don't know where Zaraj is,
No.
but we could probably find a bugbear, or a gazer, or something.
I wouldn't chance a gazer, those things are vicious.
So are we. What's your point? Do you know what a shining metal contraption under a pile of trash says to me?
Trap.
Bait. Precisely, yes. But they wouldn't listen to me if I brought it up, so I didn't bother.
You'd be surprised. And I think the realization dawns on him, okay, wait, you're willing to let Sockham walk straight into a trap?
I'm sorry. Does your brother... like... Am I confusing things, or does he look like he could eat an entire horse? The man looks like he could stand in front of a ballista, and the ballista could fire, and he could say the word no, and the bolt would fly over his head. Yes, Brayden, I think Sockham, Rockham, whichever one, both of them, could walk into a trap laid by the hoodlums of Waterdeep and say, I'm taking this better than you and I could. Yes.
Those are the levels of intimidation I now strive for. telling a ballista to fuck clean off.
That's almost as good as fucking putting points in intimidation rather than stealth and being like, you can't see me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get expertise next level.
Like,
Those are going to performance and intimidation.
I'm reasonably certain his own shadow is afraid of him, Brayden.
Just train wrecking it out. 6 sessions.
If you had told me I was robbing his sepulcher, I wouldn't have done it.
As much as I agree with you, Sockham can handle himself. If they are expecting all of us, and they plan accordingly, he wouldn't be able to.
He can turn into a bear.
You say that like it should be an uncommon occurrence.
Rather, yes.
Around the dock wards? Point
So,
being, if it is a trap, I'm not willing to let him walk into it solo. He doesn't have eyes on the back of his head.
yes, he does. He's got bloody Azure Edge.
And he keeps the eye pointing forward like a dumbass.
Fair. Fair enough.
I've tried to explain to him, point it back, but he doesn't listen.
Alright, no, I can see your point, wanting to back him up. But at the same time, we
The
could
boy is
be
strong, he's not smart.
we could actually be gaining ground on this investigation. I tell you what, I'll go back him up, you go hunt down a bugbear.
The problem with that, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Ugh.
You forget I'm new to the city.
It's like,
Why don't you go hunt for the bugbear and Brayden backs up Salcom?
That's exactly what I'm planning.
Yeah, that'd be a fine way to get your dinner cooked.
Or why don't we both back up Sockham, and he can deal with the nimble right to make after we know it's not a trap, and then we can go. And he makes sense gesture.
because it's not efficient. It's... Listen, realistically,
Efficiency or safety, I'm not willing to give up safety.
it's not like he's going to die.
Braden looks at her with a look of, have you seen what we have dealt with these last couple of days?
Okay, fair, but he's too angry to be killed.
He's too angry to be killed. I think you found your
The Lord of Bones...
He's too angry to die.
The Lord of Bones would appear before him and say, "Welcome, your time has come," and he would scream at him, Brayden.
He's not wrong on that one.
Oh, the Lord of Bones is the soccer with
That makes this even funnier. But fuck that guy.
Reaper, dude.
Oh,
I am the Lord of Bones, and your time has come.
Oh,
Lunch is in like 2 hours. I can't.
Come on, it's Avi's, can't miss Avi's cooking.
Fall off his shoulders.
He is cooking lunch. And it's in like an
Realistically-
hour. I can't. Like,
Realistically,
come on.
it's going to be a bunch of scavengers that stake out the body, waiting for someone dumber than them to come along and rob them. Are you honestly telling me that Sockham cannot handle a few cut purses?
Braden like sighs. It's like,
What, do you think Xanathar is going to show up?
man, Shun decided to show up, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yes.
As far as I've heard, he's not even meant to be in the city.
So, if I'm hearing you correctly, you want to go make sure your brother is not ambushed by Tiamat in an alleyway.
A bit over the top, but yeah, pretty much.
What do
This
you
point, I wanna
propose you
confirm
and I are
everything.
going to do against the threat that can beat your brother?
Power numbers.
Distract them enough to let him get out.
Also, if Sockham's carrying the fucking nimble right, he can't really fight.
He could fight first.
I mean, fair.
I weirdly really want to prove everything she said right. Terrible.
Like, alright, open a position to run. That puts us in danger, you lovable rube.
And we're also fast enough to get the fuck out.
Are we?
Yes.
Against whatever it is you're afraid is lurking in that alleyway?
Point being, the three of us can take on most things that are in Waterdeep. I would like to
Yes,
gather.
we can contribute 10% to that effort, while whatever you call a brother does the.
I'm sorry.
You keep killing the Nightfall. Stop killing the Nightfall.
This is killing me.
I'm sorry. I need this comic relief after my scene. Holy fuck.
You're welcome.
All right, fine. We'll do it your way on one condition.
It looks at her with her eyebrow raised.
If I run because things are ridiculous and he decides to get angry with me,
I'll slap him.
better than what I was going to say. All right.
I mean, if I need to, I'll stab him in the hand, but I'd rather not.
I'm not certain he would feel it.
I was half
He
expecting her to
might
say.
look like a mountain, but he does still feel pain.
I was gonna say I was half expecting her to say, again, better than what I was going to say.
Sincerely, like, I'm going to say something terrible, Brayden, and I'm sorry for that, but sincerely, I just want to see him set on fire a little bit, just to prove that he wouldn't do anything.
He's been charged with electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
He did nothing.
That's her point. Like,
I think Brain just looks at her and it's like, he's electrocuted himself with an enchanted
I've
axe.
electrocuted himself.
Yeah, it's Sock that electrocutes himself.
Aye.
It's Connie who can set herself on fire.
And nearly knocked himself out because of it.
But he didn't die,
He
nor, I would wager, did he learn anything from the experience.
Okay, no, he has actually learned from it. That you cannot say.
Oh, this is just great. I love every bit of this.
All right, fair enough. Well, we've been sitting here talking enough time. He's probably dead by now, so if you want to hurry onto the alleyway.
Look, if we get there and there's nothing there, yeah, we'll move on. But...
The fact is, he's not up here, and unless you want to, I don't know, do something fun and wait for him. What? There's a jewelry store a block over. What did you think I was talking about?
Shakes his head. It's fine.
What?
No, jewellery was exactly what I was thinking about as well. Might even grab the crown jewels along the way. Right, let's go.
well done. So yeah, I think we fade back to Sockham. Sockham, how are you traversing the city? Please, for the love of God, tell me that you knew you were behind and you took a carriage.
I was about to... yeah, actually.
Oh, this is so good. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Paid for a carriage and made his same mistake. Like, hey, can you get me here quick?
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Please give him that whole flat. Give him that whole flat.
Oh, what's so good about this is you just went terrassing down a different route, and they're just like, Sockham is slow, we have time to go do some crimes. Meanwhile, we cut to Sockham running for his life from an Allosaurus up the street.
Listen, Sockham isn't that smart. He's gonna try to tame it.
yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But given this is Socko, he probably
This was Crown of Fangs. Hang on.
Waterdeep does a lot of trade with Port Nyanzaru. There are exotic animals here.
Oh boy.
as evidenced by when Connie got taken down to the docks by Embrick.
Let me tell you something, Nightfall. I don't think you watched Crown of Fangs Tuesdays at 6 o'clock.
I have watched some of Crown of Fangs. I haven't watched all of it, but I've watched some of it.
Because we fought an Allosaurus, and
I know. I watched you get your arm torn off.
So I think we cut to Sokka white knuckling the armrest of a carriage as you go hauling through the street. I'm curious what he's doing.
Just going down. No. Just smacking on the sides.
Yeah, right. So yeah, so like you get you get to your stop. The coachman like opens the door. He's like, "Ward 13, sir." Holds out his hand to you.
Right. 3 gold.
Yeah, he takes it and nods. And climb out of the carriage. I'll say this: sans perception check, you do not see the Nimblewright, and you do not see the thieves.
Well, of course not. They wouldn't be there
I
to see
see
them.
alleyways, yeah?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, you see the concept of alleyways, yes, but you're on like the main, well, one of the main streets with like buildings on either side. You're on like an avenue. There are alleyways, yes, but like.
I also said the business that it was in front of.
Yeah, you said the business that it was in front.
I was gonna say I was gonna go to the front of that building and take a quick peek around.
Okay, make a perception check.
See if I could spot it.
So, what are you looking for specifically? Tell me that before you roll. Top. Hello?
I forgot I have to have Discord tabbed in for this to work.
Heck.
Yep, that's the problem with Chrome. But he's trying to like get perspective from the face of the building Pierce mentioned, which alley it'd probably be.
So the only business I could see was this one.
The one near the Nimblewright, yeah.
That makes sense.
So what specifically are you looking for?
Question for the DM.
Yo.
Has he found the building yet, or is he searching for the building?
He said he was going to go up to the building and then he was going to take a peek around. What I said is, what specifically are you looking for?
I'm trying to get an angle on what alleyway you would be able to only see this business.
Okay. Go ahead and make that perception check. So yeah, you see what you see here. A boardwalk and dock, 2 buildings, one of which you recognize the name of, and an alleyway. I will say with that roll, there's quite a few people on the dock. They look like dock workers, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll put them on the map for you. It's only neighborly. They've seen you, but they're not suspicious of you yet.
It's also the middle of the night.
Yeah, but they don't know, like...
I have a question for the GM.
Yo, I can't hear Salcom anyway, so...
Yeah. What is the phase of the moon?
It's Fey Day, so I would assume full.
Okay, yeah, so it's bright light.
Right at the city.
I think logical leap, head down the closest alley.
Okay. Boop. You see a pile of trash.
Thinks to himself, they said under a pile of trash. Try to get closer, take a look.
What's your passive perception?
Hang on. $11.
Cool. So you step into the alleyway and you're like, huh, a pile of trash. and it's like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Oh,
You just
no.
see 5 dudes just like walk up behind you. Insert tough guy finger snapping here.
Oh God.
Dockside story?
Yeah, basically.
Yay!
It's 5 mooks. I think you got it.
Is that path in front of me, past the number right, like a main walkway?
It is a like this. You mean no? It's an alleyway, and it like there's space behind both of these buildings, but you don't know where it goes. It might be a dead end.
All right. I see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing, Sock? What is the Sockum doing?
Tab into thingo.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Guy Gemsey is typing. Oh, Guy Gemsey did a crash.
Dang it, Guy Gemsey!
So this is perfect, right? We see them like menacing Sockum from behind, and then we cut back to Esvile and Brayden.
We opened the Discord, by the way.
Absconding with a bag of jewelry and for some reason a jelly donut.
A box of jelly donuts. What
Like,
are
do
you
we want to
talking
tab back over to Brayden, or do we want to tab over to Connie and Pierce?
I would like you to do a Connie and Pierce.
Okay. So yeah, I think we tab back over to Connie and Pierce, walking up to the burned out Growlhund Villa. I think there's like City Watch posted outside. Just to keep people out. As you guys walk up. Oh no, you were gonna go see Rainier first, weren't you?
Mhm.
Oh, so you guys go to so rewind. You guys go to Troll Skull Manor first.
Yes.
What do you do?
We
I mean, I go inside. It's ours.
yeah, probably like go check the cellar.
Okay. So you guys head inside. You go down to the cellar, and there's like, this is where the work crews have been storing their stuff. So like the extra cement and the piles of wood, and all, like it's all down here, right? You both
Right.
hear obnoxious snoring.
Your would snore, like just out of principle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hey, I know I learned my lesson from last time, but I think Pierce goes down first.
You're already down. Like this is what you hear when you get down there.
Oh yeah.
Any sign of him?
I
Other-
mean,
you-
I mean, like,
aside from the
Visual
snoring,
sign of him?
no visual sign of him. No.
aside from the snoring, no. Okay. I go in a bit further into the cellar,
Okay.
looking around for him.
Are you using Lavina as a light?
Yes.
Okay. So you go in and you're like looking on. The cellar's not that big, but it's relatively biggish. And you come around like a pile of lumber, and Rainier Neverember is sitting on the floor with his feet crossed in front of him and his back against a crate and his hat pulled down over his face. And he pushes it up with one finger, looks right at you, and makes the same fake snoring sound.
Okay, points.
Damn.
Darn, he's asleep. I guess we'll have to talk to him later.
Darn. I wish he was awake. Verbally looking dead at him.
Yeah, right. He folds his arms.
He's
I
still
honestly
making snoring
expected the
sounds.
Goliaths with the noise you were making.
It's our home. It's technically ours. We don't have to be quiet here.
You do if your guests are asleep?
Sorry to wake you so late, Rainier. We tried to talk to you earlier, but the crew was still crewing, and then other things came up.
Yeah, we've got some updates.
Right. What you don't have is alcohol. Did you bring any?
We can try to get you some.
Hold that thought. Climb back up the ladder.
Okay. You don't have any booze up here.
Right. Do I have any booze on me?
I don't know, do you?
Wait, we left a bottle of wine here.
You left a bottle of wine here with three
With the work
separate
crews?
construction crews.
You know
Three
what?
separate
That's valid.
construction crews and Rainier. And Rainier.
That wine is gone.
That's valid. Also,
Yeah.
hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Somehow, my entire browser crashed.
No, but
And then my mouse died.
what damn. Well, we'll get you some tomorrow. Promise. Or would you like?
Fine. Have you found the vault?
We
So that's
sort
a
of
no.
have to
then.
now. Where we got 3 days to find the stone.
Because Lawrence is being held for ransom.
By who?
Manshun.
Master Averil, I know you're not from Waterdeep, but do try to pronounce names correctly. It sounded like you said Manchun.
He did.
You're joking. Tell
Serious.
me you're... He's like standing up. Tell me you're joking.
As serious as a spinal fracture.
Shit.
We have leads. We're hunting it down
Are you
now.
certain he's alive?
Stalkum saw him face to face.
Yes, when he was taken, no doubt. I mean now, presently.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Frankly, we should assume that he's dead.
Pierce shakes his head. Even if Lawrence is dead, Manchun is going down. Yep.
What are
Roger
you
has
going
a
to
plan.
do? Drop some kind of meteor on his tower?
Suffice to say, Vajra has a plan.
Oh, so the answer is
That
yes.
plan,
All
by the
right.
way.
I can't share details.
Right. Did you at least evacuate the area? Where is he?
We have to find the stone first.
That's the ransom.
Wait, no. No, there must be a mistake. Manchun couldn't give a rat's about the vault.
He doesn't care about the vault. He
He
just
wants
wants
the
the
stone.
stone.
Oh. Oh,
For
Bugger.
God's know what reason.
I can think of several.
That stone could give him any information he wanted.
That stone could give me any information I want.
Yet, that's kind of what it does.
You're not giving it to him,
Oh, hell no.
which means
that.
that Lawrence is dead.
Not if we kill him first.
You're going to kill Manchun.
Or
There's
let the
like
stone-
50 of him.
There's
Oh, no,
Five.
just keep...
and only one in Waterdeep.
That you know of.
This Manchun is the one that kidnapped Lauren. He's dead. Pierce is like, you can see his eyes in Lavinia's light.
Right.
They are
Far be it from me to dispute you, Percival, but how do you presume to kill something that is immortal?
he looks to Connie.
They say Xanathar looks under its bed for Manchun.
He looks to Connie and looks to Rainier. If I tell you, it does not leave here.
I will promise no such thing. If the people of Waterdeep need to be evacuated, I will go to Laurel Bloody Silverhand if I have to.
There will be no need for that. Vajra's not gonna nuke the city.
You say that?
What's the plan then?
Anti-magic them
So,
permanently.
how?
That's not possible.
It's apparently is.
You would need
You would need
a scale of Tiamat or a beholder's eye or...
a 9th level spell wouldn't do that.
Hmm.
As far as I know, this isn't a 9th level spell Vajra's preparing.
Heresy. You are literally describing a heresy.
He tilts his head.
Yes.
I'm not following you.
There is a reason that the magic that mortals can tap into is limited. And that reason is Maestra.
Do you want
Would Pierce recognize that name?
Probably. She's one of the major gods. Percival, what happened in the Eastfold some 200 years ago now? I think it was 200 years, might be less. He would give an accurate number.
Yeah.
And you would know this. Like, you don't even need to make an Arcana check. I'm guessing Percival doesn't know, or Nightfall doesn't know?
Nightfall does not know.
The Spell Plague.
Ah.
Bunch of high-level ritual casters started causing magical feedback loop and damn near unwove reality. So Maestra was like, I'm gonna fix this, that's gonna raise me to godhood, and my first act of godhood is to tell you motherfuckers to never do that again.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so for the sake of argument, let's say the plan goes through, then what happens?
Effectively,
I'm not an archmage, but if I had to hazard a guess, another bloody spell plague. Or, if we're lucky, Maestra appears in divine fury, centered entirely on Vajra Safar. Elminster is not this foolish. And that's saying something.
Something elements meet.
What am I saying? Of course Elminster is this foolish. You're not involved in this, are you?
What do you mean?
He's looking at Piers.
what do you mean? What do you mean by involved?
Gee, I don't know. There's a plot to destroy Waterdeep with a cascading spell effect, and the most... no, not the most, but a rather fiery-tempered magister standing in my presence. Are you involved?
I intend to Hang on, let me get my words. Heck.
Mm-hmm. What's your armor class, by the way?
Mine?
Yeah.
If he tries anything, it's gonna be 15.
What is it beforehand?
10.
Okay.
Pierce.
Are you going to cast shield if he slaps you across the face?
No.
Okay. You take a point of damage as Rainier slaps you across the face.
Okay. He exhales and looks at him.
If you were 2 years older, I'd challenge you to a duel. What are you thinking?
What? I'm thinking that Manchun does need to be stopped, but at a cost that's reasonable. I'm thinking the stone could help us figure something out. We need to get our hands on the stone.
This is a plan of last resort, right?
Absolutely.
Make a deception check. Connie, roll insight. You have advantage because Rainer's helping you.
Oh boy.
The moment when the DM decides to split a couple.
No, this is not a plan of last resort, Connie.
I don't think she says anything, but she's got like this look of, really, what, why? Just like that face of deep concern.
Percival,
He looks at Rainier.
for once in your life, tell me the truth. Are you instrumental in this plan, or are you simply unskilled labor?
What does he mean by that question?
You can roll insight if you like.
I do.
He's asking, like, who do I need to punch in the face, you or Vajra? Like, he's basically asking, like, if I tie you up and put you in a box, is that gonna change anything?
Oh. Yeah, it's not changing nothing.
Yeah, so what do you tell him?
A pawn on the piece? A pawn on the board? I mean. However,
I'm not helping you. I will help you find the Vault of Dragons. I will help you find the Stone of Galore. I will help you bring about an end to evil in Waterdeep, but I will not help you usher in the end of the world.
then help me come up with a better plan.
That is not difficult. As much as you don't want to hear it, and as much as it's not a feasible plan, nor one that I am suggesting, the fact remains letting Laurent expire is a better plan than what the Archmage is planning.
The fact of the matter is, neither of those are an option.
She's right.
Are either of you in a position to stop the Black Staff? Because if you're not, then our timetable just moved up. And I think that's the last shot of the episode, guys.
I'm sitting here like fucking. I want to say something, but it's not my scene.
What do you want to say?
You keep letting them talk like she's gonna nuke the entire city just to kill one person when she's not.
I mean, that's the thing. Maestra's kind of a bitch. If she chooses to show up because Vajra does this, yeah, it could be the end of the city.
I'm terrified now because I'm realizing that means the beginning of next episode may well be Salcom fighting.
Oh, it is absolutely Salcom fighting. Thank you for putting that on the table.
You had to go and say it.
Listen, I'm gonna be a bigger issue for these guys than they're gonna be for me.
I believe that wholeheartedly, which is why I have more fights. So yeah, let's do some shout-outs. Birchmila, let's go.
Hey, I'm Birchmila, aka Gracie. I do a lot of art and things for Kit's channel, and I also love tabletops. So if you like either of those things, give me a poke.
Did you enjoy your return to Waterdeep, Birchmila?
Yes.
Good. Brad Wendink is here, making comments in Roll20 chat. He's a good dude. He's right here. He does a lot of art for this channel and for other channels. Definitely give him a follow, give him some love if you're ever mind to do so. Gamzee, give us a shout out.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thanks, but
Nicely done. You do it.
Oh, I'm too tired for this shit. I had a mini anxiety bust like midway through there.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So I'm tired. But hi, I'm Gamzee. You know me. You love me. I hope. If you guys need me, I'm in the Discord. I'm also on Twitter at the Homestarcomey. Same places you can message me if you've got questions for hitting the books, which, God willing, will happen this week. I will not let myself be tired again. Unless something happens with Kit, then, you know. But, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the show. Have a nice night.
Did you have fun tonight, Gams?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Delta!
Yo, I'm Delta, your resident Mad Scotsman. You'll find me hanging about Kit's channel, doing mod stuff, usual playing games, Warframe, Destiny, a bunch of other ones. If you ever need a hand with something, give me a shout and I'll see if I can help.
Triska, your in-slide doesn't work.
Yeah, well, we're gonna fix that.
Woo!
Oh, but you know, before next week, I will bother Gracie or you, or we'll figure something out. Anyway, hi guys, Trisker here. I'm still captured, and I would very much like to not die in this game, please and thank you. But if you need me, I'm always on the Discord, and if you ever need somebody to talk to, or you know, you need something knit that's soft and fluffy, hit me up. Always happy to help.
Nightfall.
Hello, I am Nightfall the Kitsune. I play Percival. I might not play Percival if Pierce dies to an angry Rainier. But I am the community manager for Kit's channel. I do emails and stuff and other things behind the scenes. I am also running an Odeon this coming September on Thursday. It's going to be called Slight Oversight. And it's going to be a Shadowrun 5th edition assassination mission. If you like that sort of thing, feel free to stop by on Thursdays in September.
Did
I'm really
you
glad.
enjoy the show tonight, Nightfall?
Holy fuck, I thought I was going to have a hard time getting into character for Percival.
You
I
did
think
not.
I did good.
You did.
am happy.
I'm gonna go do my shout out now.
Okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
For my part, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2020, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. Tomorrow, it is my distinct pleasure to begin Yakuza Kiwami 1 for our afternoon stream, and then bring you Dice-Icive Action Open Dice Night in the evening. This month, we've got Nightmas Okami sponsoring a fate-accelerated short story called Crystalline Bounty. Episode 3 is tomorrow evening, and I hope you guys are excited. Stop by if you like tabletop role-playing games, or if you don't know if you like tabletop role-playing games. We would absolutely love to have you. For now, I'm going to get out of here, but when I do, I'll be hosting someone. It's someone who I like, someone who I hope that you all will like, and can spread some of the love that was felt here today over on their channel. And check back here, because I'm always hosting someone, and you might find your new favorite streamer that way. For now, as ever, it's time to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time as we venture back into Waterdeep as the fires continue to rise with a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.